Old Bear, the dark has taken the child. You must traverse the nightmare realm and bring her soul back before dawn, or she will be trapped there forever. Old Bear, prove your worth.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is your man Jay. Welcome to the art department. We're gonna do some drawing. But before we get started, I got guests in the back. But before we get started, I wanted to update you guys on BEARZERKER, exactly what's going on. I've been posting a lot of stuff on Twitter, but I don't know if all you guys are on Twitter, so I want to give an update here. BEARZERKER, the ash can is at the printers. It is 12 pages, black and white. Expecting to get it by the end of the month. Once I get it in the end of the month and I'm going to check it out and everything's cool, then I'm going to put a post on X, and I'll probably do another video on that saying when it's available to purchase, you just DM me on X. We'll do PayPal and I will send you your book. Price point's going to be $15, $10 shipping. We're only doing United States stuff, so sorry for my crew out of the US. You guys are gonna have to wait to some other chance. Maybe I will do something on Amazon print on demand later, but as for now, 100 copies. I'm printing 100 copies with a few extra in case some get damaged. $15 plus $10 shipping. If you want art, I don't have any here in front of me. If you want a piece of art, it'll be additional $10. And I will send you a piece of original art. The book itself is digital, but I'm doing drawings to go along with it. So I will send you a piece of original artwork for an extra $10. Again, each one's going to be numbered and signed on the outside by me. And it's going to be shipped, bagged, boarded, and packed in the Gemini mailer. So you guys will know when that goes live. But it is at the printer. After we get this thing, I'm going to jump on the Steampunk Willie story. Let's get cracking, and that's going to be a 22 to 24 page story, floppy, and I'm probably going to do the same thing, print it myself, and then just release it to you guys when it's done. So that's what's going on with BEARZERKER. I'm stoked. As soon as I get it, I'll be showing you guys. So stay tuned, guys. Stay tuned, and thanks for being patient. DP, what's up? Welcome to the chat. Always nice to see you. And we got two guests. I'm gonna go ahead and we'll bring them on in. Mr. Jason Bascom, how you doing, man?
Old Bear. Old Bear. You're gonna have to DM me your post because I'm hardly on Twitter all that often. I don't want to miss out. I don't want to miss out on my number one copy of. I get number one of BEARZERKER.
Number one, but number three.
Shh. It's okay. It's okay. No, but yeah, DM me please, because yeah, seriously, I really don't. I'm on Twitter, kinda, but I don't ever get to really see anything half the time, or tag me in it.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, I'll
tag me in
probably
the
throw it
post.
up
Do
in,
that.
in the, you know what I mean, in the art group when it's ready.
Yeah. Well, yeah, like I said, tag
So you
me.
guys will probably know.
Yeah.
We'll do.
No, it's dope, man. I'm excited to get it. I am. I got my proof. One of my proofs for One Stormy Night. But I reordered another proof to change the cover stock and type of cover to see how that looks.
Cool.
So I'm ordering proofs for that. Yeah, that's got like another week left, I think, or less. Then it goes in demand. So
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool. Great.
Yeah, everybody like, share, and subscribe this channel right here. Share it out to your social media platforms. Send a telegraph, smoke signals.
Tell your friends. Tell your mama about me.
Tell your friend. Because if you're watching this, you're probably a nerd. You really only have one. Yeah.
Let's bring out our second guest here, Mr. Odin Dasko.
Odin.
Odin, how are you, my man?
What's up? I'm doing pretty good. Feeling better. I was under the weather for the past 3 days, but
So you were on the man cave.
I think we're good now. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, I was on the man cave. That was me feeling better. I'm like, we're back. Which we showed some Jason
did you?
one of your art videos.
Oh, man, good stuff's dope, man. He's too good.
Yeah,
He's too
good stuff
to
likes
me.
to share yours and Luke's art videos.
Yeah, he's too kind, too good to me. Too good to me.
He's too good. Too good.
He's too good. I don't deserve any kindness.
No one deserves good stuff like that. I'm excited. That's cool news, Jay. I'm very excited for Bears. I'm excited for BEARZERKER. I'm excited for Absolute. I'm excited for Frog G.
I'm excited for Odin.
Yeah.
Yeah. And DP, no offense, when he said, "Hey, if you're watching, you probably only got one friend. You got 3 friends."
Yeah. 3 friends, and they're all
at least 3 friends.
I'm sure he does. There's
They're all
3
here,
right
but you
here.
got
They're
at least
right here. Yeah.
Mhm.
Right here.
Yeah.
You could share the link with us.
There you go.
That's right. DM me on Twitter. The link
Yes. Tag us on Twitter so we can see it.
so we can see that we're on the stream.
So I figured, we have nothing planned, so I figured we just work on our projects if you guys want. I'm doing BEARZERKER sketches, so I'm gonna do about 10, so I have 10 in the pipe if that's what people want. At least I'll have a couple done already. So when they order the book, I'll have a couple.
Dude,
that's
I'm gonna go grab a deal. $10.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
$10 for
Yeah. Nobody knows who I am, man. I gotta do it cheap, dude.
Well, it also helps, even if they know who you are. It's trying times, you know what I mean? So it's affordable.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
We all appreciate it.
You guys do. I'm gonna go grab some of those so I can show those off.
Yeah,
you guys go ahead and man the ship.
See,
talk amongst yourselves.
I don't know about you, and I'm not as smart as Jay. I'm not gonna work on anything from my projects, and I'm just gonna draw. So,
well, you can do that. I do have stuff that I'm working on that is project related, but
I have stuff I should do.
Well, I'm not saying you don't, but
it was right.
I got to do whatever you want.
I got Frog
G.
I got Frog G drawings to do. I got some more sketch cards I got to get done for Absolute, but I'm just gonna draw. I like to draw.
There you go.
Just drawing is totally awesome.
So this year you're gonna be putting out what, 2 books, Jason?
Yeah, because Frog G's it's at the editors now, but we are ordering color proofs to make sure they print right. So
nice.
We'll
fulfilling
have 2 books out this year. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Well, ink was slow, so it would have been just 1 book in all reality. But no, he
great job. Man.
He had
awesome.
He actually isn't he's really quick. He just had ailments in real life come up. So
right.
Yeah.
Well documented. We know.
Yeah. It's all in the updates in the posts and in Twitter, and I've been notifying everyone that he's dead. So
we got a ghost in the background in the room. We'll bring him out.
A ghost.
Ooh, I was gonna say, is it a ghost monster? You beat me to it though. No, dude.
You got to change it to Ghost Master.
You got a Triton in the background, is what you got. He should be holding a Triton.
It's a Pac-Man reference.
Fanta. Hey, Fanta.
Fanta. Yeah, but he should be holding a Triton.
No.
I'm gonna change my camera.
And
real
wearing Game Boy Nike shoes.
quick. Game Boy customs.
No, dude. I only wear custom airbrushed Guess overalls with only one clasp.
One sleeve.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
The shoulder strap. You got to.
Oh, I thought you were gonna.
Yeah, the overalls with only one clasp. Yeah.
That's well. You should also go. You could go the
Cross colors.
Justin Bieber route and just wear like a Guess coat with just one sleeve. You know.
Yeah, Odin. I had a pair of Guess overalls that like I custom airbrushed in high school that I would wear to the arcades that had like Street Fighter characters all over.
Oh, that was you.
So people knew when I came to the arcade that I meant business. You know?
He wears Game Boy shoes too.
Oh yeah. I brought my own stool and everything. I'm like, I'm gonna be here for a while, so I mean, like, you can put your quarters up if you want, but I don't know when you're gonna get.
Yeah, I just showed up in like Pantera shirts, but it was...
in a baseball bat.
That would have been.
You gotta own this MK2. Dude, that first one, the Conan homage.
Yes.
I love that one.
Yeah,
Can I get that one for $10?
I'll set it aside for you. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
I'm doing this one right here. This one is the Dark Wolf reference when he yells and fire and ice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have a CM Keith one?
Not yet.
If you do one,
I'm starting to run out of ideas, so I'm gonna start biting. You know,
do a Marvel Comics Presents. Was it 91 or 93 where he's like walking at you? Do that one. Homage that, and I'll buy that.
You need to do.
Oh, he's fighting Overkill, and the guy's claws like slicing him up in this.
Oh, wait, hold on.
You got to introduce a rabbit character that's an homage to Subutai, Thief and Acha.
Subutai. Yeah,
Subutai. Thief and Acha.
Food for wolves.
And then I was thinking the Marvel Comics where he's on the log. Like butt naked.
Yeah, I know that one.
Except BEARZERKER.
Oh yeah, that one's badass.
He's like on the.
Jason's looking. I'm gonna look real quick too. So.
Where's the? Lego just sent me a stack of books. I don't know where to put them.
I'm gonna show this book. I haven't showed this book off. I got a Frazetta.
Stack, huh?
Yeah, he sent me the CM Key or the Way Shack.
Oh, he did. Nice.
Yeah, and he sent me other books also on top of that.
So I scooped up this one.
Beautiful.
Oh, here they are.
A fantastic.
Oh
painting.
yeah.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah. That's the kind of lady I like right there.
There you go. Egyptians.
He sent me also, Billy. He sent me a blank Tank Girl sketch cover.
Nice.
I'm not gonna this one, Jay.
Oh yeah. Hell yeah, dude.
Homage that one. I'll buy it off you.
Oh hell yeah. He's gonna be. I'm changing styles too when I do it.
Yeah. I wanna because I know you like Keith. So like, do it up, man.
Hell yeah. I gotta dig that out of my book. Out of my long box. I got that one here.
Yeah.
Changing
style. You get like and it's big too, man. This Frazetta book. I mean, this thing is huge.
Oh, look at that! It's like an artist edition almost.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty affordable too. I think I got it on Amazon. I think for like $30.
Oh shit! I have that same book.
Hardcover, the long one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, man. I just scooped this one up. Fuck. I think I might have a new favorite. Let's see if I find it in here.
I'm cold.
I gotta get.
Jason, did you find the book you were looking for?
He did. He showed it.
I just showed it. I'll show you again because.
Here, let me make it. Let me solo him.
Oh, I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the build I want.
I was saying, dude, this
one.
I thought of the stuffing.
Which one were you thinking, Odin? You have yours?
I have two that I was thinking of, but you can't see them yet.
But the boop. Oh yeah.
Yeah, look at that.
The glare, but yeah, that one or that one.
Oh yeah, he's like,
yeah, that
nice.
One's dope.
Nice.
Yeah, he's like contemplating the woman.
What's going on in that one? What's the circle? Is it a hole in a wall?
It's like an orb.
I never understood. I think it's just
it's an orb. Okay.
First, I thought it was like a window.
Yeah, at first I thought it was. Well, I couldn't tell. I'm like, is that like the reflection off of a sphere, or is it a hole in a wall?
I always thought it was just some design element.
I think it's more or less a design element. I don't really. because it could be a
because it has a little bit of warping towards
Right.
the edges of it, so it feels almost like a sphere. You know,
I think it's an
Right.
I definitely,
but it's got a drop shadow here, like it's
that's the
Yeah,
part
it's a
that's tripping me
button.
out.
It's a button on the wall.
It's a button. Hey, it's Sam. What do you want?
Yeah, he does what he wants.
I do love how he's like contemplatively looking at the woman. He's just like,
Yeah, he's like, nice.
I like this lady.
I like
I'm gonna
this.
find this one. I saw this one. I've never seen this one before. And I was like, ooh, because it was like robots. Like it was like a night dude, but he kind of looked robotic. And I was like, oh yeah.
See, this is what I like about this book is it shows
not used to seeing him do tanks. That's crazy.
the original sketches by the art.
It's a bummer that it's like.
I think they have a few of these, so I want to get them all. That's a cool.
Yeah,
one.
they bound it in like that horrible spot where they centered the page.
Yeah, just that.
It's like
like ones like this isn't too bad.
Center. And this one's
Well, I mean, it's
Yeah,
like
but like
it's like right on the focal point of the fucking tank where that guy
Yeah,
is.
The tank is all distorted.
Yeah, they should
right
have
in the
done
middle
that.
of the
They
book
should've
too. We are
moved
more
that
close
over
to it.
more.
Yeah, they should have did a fold out of this one. Where fold it out,
Or just
I'm
moved
gonna-
it over and
I
put
would
that other
just
thing
like-
on the other side.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
you don't always have to have it be 2 pages. Like, especially if it's gonna do that.
Yeah, if it's gonna do that, it's not a good idea.
this is a good one.
That's one of my favorites.
Yeah,
I'm like that one.
But that's what I love about these. They show the sketch on the side.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what's that one called? Target door greeter.
Yeah, right. It's Walmart greeter. This one, I like this one.
Ooh, that's cool.
Yeah,
I
that
think
one.
this is the final one. Yeah, here it is.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah. But I was like, oh, like I like this.
Dude, wouldn't it be sick? Wait, just stay on that
I
one for a
look like I
second.
got dark gold.
Is if Bob Ross was doing a picture like this, and then all of a sudden, like he got to like the figure price, he's like, let's put a little happy little barbarian right here.
Put a happy booty right here.
Oh, yeah.
Just a Frazetta
Yeah.
chair.
Look at that. Oh, so
Hey, man,
sleek.
Machi-chan.
What's
How you
up?
doing today? She's been campaigning for Bearzerker on A Drink with
Said,
Crazy's
man,
channel,
oh,
and I
man.
appreciate it.
Nice.
Yeah, there was an artist recently that did an quote unquote homage to that barbarian girl with the saber-toothed cat,
Angela. Hey, Angela.
and it
I
was
love this one too.
it was just a really bad tracing,
Angela.
and it bothered me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
that's
traced
a
it
no-go,
shaped
man.
right.
I can't get down with that.
It's an homage. I just ripped it off completely.
It's not this. Oh, this tiger ain't orange. It's a white striped
If you want
tiger.
to trace a car or a building, I couldn't give two shits. If you want to chase a,
Oh, look at
chase
that
a car
furry
or a
shit.
building,
Oh, dude, well, like I said, even tracing or
Oh,
light
Apple.
boxing photographs, I think is completely different than like tracing somebody else's
This one's
fucking
crazy.
art that's already been like arted. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, you don't lightbox Frazetta and then say it's an homage.
yeah.
I love this one. I'm doing this. I'm
But
working
my
on
girl
it.
has a cape, and this is a white tiger.
That's a good one.
Like, okay.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, here's where we're at. Let's go ahead and I'll get myself from being big. What you up to, Billy?
Color and Goblin Girl pages, man.
But just you guys just
Oh,
came
yeah.
in too. Here, I'm gonna plug my stuff again. This is some of the art
Right.
that you can buy for $10. So they're gonna be this size. So this is one, and then here's another.
$10.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
with
the
the
full
book.
story is you buy the book, Bearzerker, for 15, 10 shipping, but you can add another 10 and get one of these sketches, which is
Oh, okay.
phenomenal.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
So I'm gonna do 10. I think it might be for the first 10 or something like that. Or and we'll see how it goes, how tired I get, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm sick of
Good
drawing.
problem to have.
I just don't want to have I just want to get sick of doing them and then just kind of pump it out.
It's
I
good
don't,
to limit.
Dude, I remember I had this like stencil kit when I was a kid that was like a Peanuts stencil kit. So like it had like a little track on it, and you put these different stencils on there and then stencil it, and it would draw like a 1-for-1 perfect like Chuck Schultz Snoopy or a fucking Charlie Brown or something like that, you know? And like
Frank
stencil-
Frazetta.
what do you want for Frazetta?
People are doing that now. What are you talking
Nice.
about? They're doing that with Jim Lee. I can't believe it.
Oh man, well,
No.
because I was so in love with Peanuts when I was a kid. Like it was such a cool toy. Like just it was pretty much like a toy, you know, because it was almost like spirograph. Like it had like a little frame thing that was like a tie down on the page, and then you'd put
Yeah, I
like one
remember those.
stencil in, and it would just do like the head, and then you'd put a different stencil in, it would slot into the thingy, and then you had like different bodies like you could choose from that were in like different poses or whatever like that, you know. So you could basically just like recreate like one for one, like Charles Schultz, you know, Peanuts. Like it was the shit. Like
That's awesome.
yeah, it was a cool
Like
toy.
that is fun too.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm a big time Snoopy fan. I like Snoopy.
Oh, that is
It was a huge shock for me when I first saw my first like beagle in real life, like as a teenager or whatever. I was like, that doesn't look like fucking Snoopy at all.
Somebody let that beagle back.
I'm like, what the fuck?
You got
Like,
hoes, man.
he doesn't even have big floppy ears. Like they got like little fucking ears. Like what the fuck? Like beagle.
I liked Woodstock more.
Woodstock's cool, man. Woodstock's cool too.
But I really just generally like Charlie Brown.
Yeah. Charlie Brown's pretty rad. Can someone please tell me the meaning of Christmas? Sure.
And behold, a child was born. Yeah. Good stuff.
They couldn't even do that today. They'd be like, "Well, first of all,
oh, dude, yeah." There's no way they would put like pro-Christian stuff
Religious
on,
undertones.
Like, yeah,
defending all the atheists.
Like they just like dub his voice. Christmas means different things to different people.
Well, I was raised in a Hindu household, so we didn't really do Christmas at my house like as a kid. So like Christmas programming was like super like fascinating to me because like I thought it was like I was just like, what is this all about?
Right.
Yeah.
Did it seem as fun as it did to us who celebrated Christmas though?
Yeah.
You know, because like some of that programming.
My grandma would do Christmas because she wasn't down with my mom's like hippie ways. So like we go over to my grandma's house to actually to have a Christmas. And then my mom got married like later on after I was like a teenager and stuff, and
then started celebrating Christmas.
Yeah, kind of loosened up because like her new husband was like Catholic, and like like they started doing like Christmas and stuff. And that's when we. Well, that's what, dude. Well, like one of our first Christmases, and I know like it was probably because of my stepdad, because I was 13 years old. Yeah, 12 or 13. We got a color television and a Nintendo in the same Christmas. I was just like, holy fuck,
wow.
like, this is crazy.
What have I been missing my whole life?
It's Christmas? Like,
so this is
I can't believe I've been missing this.
Hell, Mom.
Billy Dunn.
What the heck, man? I recently on Facebook Marketplace got a nice flat screen tube TV.
Oh, nice.
For $10.
Nice.
You know, to play like old games on. And I was like, I got it for the store. So I was gonna like, because you could sell them for a decent amount, you know, like $100, you know, $150. So I was like, all right, well, I'll buy it for $10. It's like literally 5 minutes from me. And I'll just take it to the store and I'll sell it at the store. So I brought it home, and it was a nice lady that sold it to me, you know, a nice older lady, you know. And I was like, she told me it worked, and I saw she, you know, posted pictures of it working, but let me test it out. And I was like, well, let me see what the Nintendo looks like on this thing. And so I hooked up the Nintendo to it, and it's like, yeah, man, I'm keeping this.
The way it's supposed to look. Yeah.
Those last generation of cathode TVs that did end up going flat screen and stuff looked fucking phenomenal. Like I remember actually buying I remember buying a TV from Best Buy that was an Xbox brand TV for the original like big, you know, monster black Xbox, and it had I don't know if you guys had that, but like the back of the Xbox had this big old like fucking 32 pin like adapter for like to for the outputs.
I do remember.
Yeah.
It basically had a double ended one of those. So one went into the Xbox and the other one went straight into the TV. Yep. So it was like the best transfer to old school cathode TV. And I remember even like begging my wife, I'm like, can we please just get this TV so I can have like the best like resolution on my Xbox?
Yeah, man. Xbox, like I think it's component or it's composite. I think it's component. Yeah. But the 5 colors, dude, is like, man.
Yeah, no, it was rad.
Let's see. Fanta loves Snoopy.
Yep. I had never seen such rich blacks like in the TV because like I knew Jason was gonna laugh. I was playing Splinter Cell. And like, I remember like
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
I went into the shadows like playing Splinter Cell and then turned off like all the lights and like the TV basically wasn't like giving off a light because it was like actually like displaying almost like a pure like black in the shadows. And I was like, this is fucking crazy. Like I can't.
Angela knows all the Charlie Browns.
Married to Sally.
She knows the Charlie Brown who married a Patty.
Player.
Wait, Angela. Yeah. Wait, what?
And she knows the Charlie Brown who also married a Sally. So she knows all the Charlie Brown. Dude, can we like pour one out for like the Splinter Cell Chaos Theory Spies versus Mercenaries game mode that they never brought back?
Oh, dude, that shit was fucking. What I thought it was originally in Pandora Tomorrow.
It was.
Yeah.
But then like Chaos Theory was the one that like because Pandora Tomorrow was almost like a DLC. It felt like it wasn't like a full game.
Yeah.
So they did then they did Chaos Theory and it was like wow.
I got more jump scares out of that mode than I have in any horror game ever. Like because like the black levels were so good that like when you were playing Mercenaries, like fucking the fucking spies would just like jump out of the fucking shadows and fucking gank you. I was just like ah. Because they could like hide right next to you and like unless you shine the flashlight like right on their fucking body, you just like walk right by them and miss them, and then they would just fucking jump you. You all of a sudden just see these 3 little green dots fucking coming out of the shadows to fucking jack your shit.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a shame they've like retired that series for so long. Like I played the most recent one. It was actually really good. Like I was really bummed that Michael Ironsides wasn't the voice anymore, but like the gameplay itself was like really good, and I was just like, it made me feel the same way I feel about Metal Gear Solid 5. I was just like, from a mechanical standpoint, I really love this game, but the fact that you've replaced the iconic fucking voice like pisses me off so much.
Yeah, honestly, they were probably better off waiting or something. They could have or something, you know what I mean? And that's the thing too, was like Conviction was such a good ending to Sam's story.
Oh yeah.
He finds out his daughters are alive. He goes and like, was it like a third echelon's corrupt? So like so he's like this like Jason Bourne dude, just like he's like off the grid, but trying to find his daughter. And
I love that your base was like almost like a flying Air Force One too, like that shit.
Well, that was the one after that. That was
was that after
Blacklist.
Conviction?
Yeah, that was Blacklist. That was after
Blacklist. That's right. Yeah.
So Conviction ends with like you going to like third echelon and fucking killing them all. Like it's Sam Fisher.
Oh yeah, that one had the tagging mechanic where you could fucking like tag people's heads and then fucking like you said, like go in like Jason Bourne, like pop 5 guys in a row and then go in fucking hand to hand and fuck them up. Yeah, he like wore the sweater through that whole game, huh?
Yeah, and the single shoulder backpack and stuff. Man, it was, and then like, and so it ends with him like getting his daughter back, and he's like, "I'm done." And it was such a good ending to his story. And then they bring him back for the next one. I think it was dumb. I don't think they should have brought him back or make him the leader. Like have him take the role of the black guy that he kills in Double Agent that he had to kill, his friend. He should have been the guy, like the head of fourth echelon, and then you do missions for him. You know what I mean? Instead of you playing as Sam Fisher, like I don't think his story was so good as the end. I don't think you should have played as Sam Fisher. I think they should have made the player take his place.
I'm unfamiliar with everything you're talking about.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then they brought him back, and then they made him a young guy, and I was like, dude, that's not Sam Fisher. Like, what the fuck, man? So I think that was it too. You know,
I know who Bobby Fischer is.
Michael Ironside came back and voiced him in the Ghost Recon Wildlands mission.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you do a mission with Sam Fisher, and Michael Ironside voices him again.
Huh? That's so weird that they would do that and then not use him for the last one in the series.
Well, the Ghost Recon was. I mean, we're talking maybe. I mean, that was way later. It's not the latest Ghost Recon, but the one that came out before Breakpoint. So it was on Xbox One. So they brought him back to do Sam Fisher again, which was cool. And he makes a reference that he's the only one left, which was cool. He's like, what about the guy with the headband? And what about this? He's like, I'm getting too old. And he references like Siphon Filter. He references Solid Snake. And then they're like, oh, they're done. And he like looks at the camera and he's like, I'm the only one left. And he's the only guy like out of that whole stealth genre from the fucking, early 2000s that was still, like still in a game. And so they brought him back to do that. That was a cool mission. It was fucking hard though.
Okay, I do have conviction. Wait, what the fuck? Blacklist is the one where they have the Sky Fortress. That's the one I didn't play, to be honest. Dude, it was really good. Like, I gotta go back and play it. It felt like a return to Chaos Theory. Like it was really good. The only thing was just the guy's voice was not good. Yeah, like I said, they shouldn't have brought Sam Fisher. Like they shouldn't have made you play as him or something. Like I said, he should have been the leader guy and giving you missions. Because him like running around and being back in the field kind of totally like went against everything from Conviction, in my opinion. Yeah, like it just from a mechanical standpoint, it was my favorite to play since Chaos Theory. Like they, because they brought back the combat knife, like all the gadgets were fucking really good. The levels like played really great. Like you'd enjoy it. After a while, like you just overlook the fucking guy's voice, not that like it feels great to do that, but yeah, sometimes it's weird. I don't know. I feel like I don't know. It's hard when a character is so associated with that voice. Oh yeah. Especially like in the middle, like you're like, yeah, man, here's was it Peter Cullen? He's doing Optimus Prime for 5 movies, and then in the 6th movie or something, now it's this young guy, and you're like, that's not fun. Well, and that's the worst part about it is the guy in Blacklist sounds like 20 years younger than fucking Michael. Yeah, he's a young dude. Yeah, he was like a super young guy, and I was like, "What? No, man! Like they should have got a voice actor." But what they wanted to do is they got the same dude doing all the motion capture. That's why they went with a younger guy. It was dumb. Yeah, that was yeah. They're like, yeah, he's the same guy. He's doing everything. I'm like, yeah, maybe if you created a new character and you played as this new dude, as a young guy, but not Sam Fisher. Yeah. Who's like supposed to be like freaking 55. Fucking.
Yeah, sometimes you just have to overlook the dude's voice, right? Yeah. Kind of what I've been doing.
Unfortunately,
when you guys started talking about Splinter Cell.
Sorry, man, they're probably boring everybody with it too. It just fucking hijacked. But that's when Ubisoft was doing. Well, good stuff. Metal Gear Solid was a travesty because, like, I love Kiefer Sutherland, but like putting Kiefer Sutherland in the voice of fucking of Solid Snake just felt fucking weird. Because I'm just like, he was old Snake or whatever the hell they call it. Naked Snake or Booty Snake, whatever they call him. I'm not a big Metal Gear guy, so it didn't bother me, to be honest. Trouser Snake.
They should have got Kurt Russell.
I know, right? No freaking brainer.
Well, dude, no. You know what? The funny thing is that's what the director Hideo Kojima said when people kept asking him about it. He said it was kind of fucked up. He said, "I never really liked the actor David Hayter playing Solid Snake, the guy that he had gotten to play, like the guy that they
wow.
ended up casting as Solid Snake for like the entire fucking series." He said he was never a really huge fan of his performances, and he always imagined Kurt Russell doing it, but Kurt Russell refused to do it. And so then he got like the next best actor that he liked, and he asked Kiefer fucking Sutherland.
That sucked, man. That would have been awesome if fucking Kurt Russell.
I mean, I know how much of a fucked up thing is that even to say? Like the director of the game is like, yeah, well, I never like, oh, you know, it's like it would be like what's his name? Whose art style is the animation based off for Batman the Animated Series?
Bruce Timm.
Yeah, imagine if like Bruce Timm like said like he's like, yeah, well, I never really liked Kevin Conroy as like the voice of Batman, so like that's why we got rid of him. That's what it felt like. It's like, wait, you mean the guy's voice that we've all fallen in love with over the last like 20 years? Like you like that guy?
No kidding.
They're all freaked out by your new camera view, Billy.
Yeah, they're like
my new camera view.
No, it's because Billy faces whatever direction is dominant, so to say.
Yeah.
So if he were on the other side, he would be facing
me.
Yeah.
It trips people out because usually Billy is facing the other way.
And if I change him, it's gonna throw everything off. So I'm like, oh shit.
He'll just flip.
I'll just flip it.
Just flip it.
Just flip.
Makes it easier to point too, like at like stuff. Like
I would still love it
because when it's mirrored, it feels actually better. You know, so I can be like, oh look, my name's right here, not like, oh, you my name here.
And you'd be like facing, if you kept it the other way, you'd be like facing off. You'd be facing off into the ether.
Yeah, you'd be facing
it's around the corner. He's like talking to nobody.
That's bad. That's bad TV. You know, it's
bad TV, man.
Yep.
Yes.
I would love it if they, they probably would screw it up, but I would love it if they did a sequel to Escape from LA.
Dude, I really
they're talking about it. There's not a sequel to Escape from LA, but there's a remake of New York.
No. Why can't they just do it called Escape from Detroit, and he can like run from a bunch of
Detroit or
stuff like that? Like
Baltimore.
What I really wanted to see, and they can't do it anymore unless they use. They can't do it unless they use de-aging technology. Would be Surviving Cleveland, because he says it in
LA. Yeah, that's why you do the sequel.
Yeah, that's true.
You do the sequel.
You survive Cleveland. It's like I would love to see that.
You do the sequel to you do the sequel to LA with Kurt Russell, or you do Cleveland with Wyatt Russell.
Cleveland.
So where's Cleveland Brown?
Yeah, you could do his son.
Yeah, just do his son.
I'll pay it.
You could do his son. Yeah,
because Wyatt Russell's pretty dope.
Worst Cleveland
like
Brown.
Black Russell.
Black Russell's pretty good.
Black Russell.
Black Russell Terrier?
Black Russell Terrier. Yes.
They're good dogs.
He's pretty good. He's no Black Russell.
So this is Chris.
It's a modern movie. It'll probably be Black Russell.
Yeah, right.
Dude, the de-aging that they did for fucking Kurt Russell in Guardians 2 was fucking crazy. Like I just remember like watching that the first time.
It was weird.
Like, holy shit.
That was
very weird at the time.
Well, it was weird, but it was too good, like you said. Like
yeah. Well, it's just like the de-aging that they did for what's his face in the newest Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
Harrison Ford.
Yeah, dude, that shit looked so fucking good. I was just like, oh, that's like
the issue though was that he was still moving like a freaking
yeah.
Well, and it sounded like
and his voice. Yeah, his voice was his voice wasn't great.
It was like old bear.
Old bear. It was Harrison Ford who did the trailer for J-Bot.
You're right.
So I remember in 2000, it was like 2005 or earlier that Harrison Ford made a movie, and I'm like, they should call this movie Crazy Old Man.
Angela, I never thought it would get better than that until fucking Jeff Bridges actually started talking in that movie, and I was like, oh God, no.
They made de-aging of Jeff Bridges.
Yeah, in Tron Legacy or whatever. Yeah.
I don't know. Eric
Yeah, and the
Conte,
voice,
Eric
because his
Conte
voice
worked
changed a
Yeah.
lot.
storyboards for the cartoon.
Yeah.
That guy's been all over the place. He's been sharing stuff. I'm like, damn, Eric.
Nice.
He looked really good when he was just like not talking and he was sitting on his daughter's bed. And then the minute he started talking, I was like, oh God, yeah, no, don't make the face move. Just
Don't make the face move.
just
Yeah. Just show him in shadow.
I'm
and have
Jeff
his voice
Bridges.
over.
That's how he talks now, like he's some Southerner who ate too much food or something.
Yeah, he does. He ever since he did True Grit, he became a
Yeah, he's
comic.
like, yeah, Jeff Bridges.
yeah, he sounds like what's his name from Roadhouse, Sam
Elliott.
Sam Elliott.
Sam Elliott, yeah.
Roadhouse.
Which I
I can't
They were in a movie
remember.
together, by the
Can't remember anybody's name tonight. Jesus, sorry.
What's my name, Billy?
Scoot this closer.
Luke.
That checks out. All right, you're good. What are you talking about?
Skywalker.
That's true.
Looks like Jeff Bridges beat cancer, so that's cool. Okay.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's definitely cool.
Well, that is cool. But yeah. And I'll always like Jeff Bridges. Like, what was that?
He knows what he did.
Thunderbolt and Lightfoot with him and Clint Eastwood.
Thunderbolt.
That's pretty
I
good.
don't know if I've ever seen that one.
That was like a very young Jeff Bridges, like
Yeah,
even
it was
before
old, I
King
haven't
Kong
seen
and
it.
shit.
I know what you're talking about, but I haven't
Oh, yeah.
seen it.
But like him and King Kong, he was such a bitch. I could not stand his character in that movie.
I don't think anybody did. But that might have been the point. Who knows?
Yeah, but he was supposed to be like the lead man. You're
I
like,
don't
I want this guy to get eaten by King Kong. That's all I want.
know.
Please, just eat him.
Just do it.
Just eat it.
Just eat him.
Just eat Jeff Bridges, please.
I know they're remaking Roadhouse. Plegel says it looks cool.
Yeah, it doesn't look
Saw
too
that
bad
with
with Jake Gyllenhaal. Yeah,
Can't say that
My
stupid
daughter
shirt
loves
he's
Jake
wearing.
Gyllenhaal.
But okay.
Yeah,
He's
it
wearing that
looks all right.
stupid shirt in the trailer. I'm like,
Maggie.
fuck.
Yeah, the Hawaiian shirt.
No, honestly,
It's
if
like
they just have
Miami
him grow a
Vice or something.
mustache, just have him grow a mustache, he could be Magnum PI.
oh, dude.
Surprised they haven't remade that.
That's
Now
a
that I say
Well,
it,
man's
they did a
right.
show. There's a horrible show.
that's a man's man right there.
What, Jake
Right.
Gyllenhaal?
It's all in the mustache. My
No,
opinion.
Magnum.
Hmm.
Yep, they have a show where it's a minority guy and he doesn't even have a mustache.
What the fuck? Does
Yeah,
he have a
Tom.
black guy that like friend that like that flies or I guess they'd have to flip it.
A
Does
white
he have a
guy?
white guy friend
White guy
that like,
flies
flies a helicopter?
No, it's a girl. And
Oh,
they do this whole sexual tension type thing too. So
oh yeah,
You know
'cause
they're
that's,
gonna
that's
bang.
what we always want. We always wanted fucking Magnum to hook up with fucking
with the pilot,
TC.
with TC.
We knew there was sexual tension there.
yeah.
I think it was
What
it
was
was a
Higgins
comedian.
like on the new one?
I think it was
You know what? My mother-in-law watched it. I never watched it just because I was like, this is stupid. He doesn't even have a
Well, that
mustache.
sounds stupid as hell, but
I think my brother watched it.
he doesn't even have a mustache.
Yeah, Tom
What's like a
Selleck is
modern
still
show
active.
that
Let's
was
get
kind
him
of
to
like
do it
that that I
again.
really liked is do you guys watch Burn Notice at all?
Oh,
I
yeah,
did.
Burn Notice
I
is
was
great.
I
That
was
was a good
way
show.
I was way into that show, man.
I remember it. I never watched it. But
I
That was a
started
good
watching
show.
it
They
on
had,
was
Bruce
that Freevee?
Campbell.
Yeah, it's with Bruce Campbell. I started watching
Yeah,
it on like Freevee
man.
or whatever.
Bruce
I
Campbell
never
was in it. He
continued
was
it.
really good.
I never
Dude,
finished
it
Bruce
made me
Campbell
start.
was in it.
Dude, it made me
Yeah.
start drinking Mai Tais. Like I had never really had Mai Tais,
Yeah,
and
it's a
like
good
fucking I
show.
got all like addicted to that show. So like every time I would put it on, I'm like, I'm gonna fix myself a little Mai Tai, watch some Burn Notice.
It got
Sounds
me
like
addicted
me
to
with
cocaine.
Lebowski.
So it was in Miami.
Yeah, it was like a spy mystery thriller, like that was kind of like Mystery of the Week type show, but like set in
Oh.
Miami.
Yeah.
And like he got I guess fired, so you could say, from like the Secret Service, CIA.
You got burn
whatever.
noticed, man. It's like a
Yeah,
thing.
well, if you don't know what being a burn notice is, like he's kind of got put on a blacklist.
Yeah,
So-
blacklist. They take
blacklist.
everything from you, so you can't do anything.
Yeah, so he had to figure out who did it and why and stuff like that. I never got to finish
Black
it.
Russell.
I think I stuck around for 2 seasons, and that was
Like I said, I started binging it on Freevee, but I got busy. And
Black
stopped
Russell.
watching. Same with Columbo. I was binging Columbo for a while.
Oh man,
Oh yeah, I saw Columbo was on there.
it was like a 42 gig download. I downloaded all of Columbo and all of original Mission Impossible.
Nice.
From the pirate webs. That was fun.
You know what else is on Freevee that I've been binge watching was there's only one season, but it's The Prisoner from I think it was like 67.
The Prisoner.
I am not a number. I am a free man. The
Ooh.
Prisoner. It was a British show, but it's like James Bond-ish, but it's like
Oh, okay, yeah. I think I've heard. Okay, I was like, I feel like I've.
he's
heard
on a
of this show.
psychedelic island because he has information, and they do these elaborate ways to try to like pull information from him. It's so
Nice.
trippy and weird, but it's really good. The Prisoner.
The Prisoner. I feel like I've looked that up.
Yeah, but that's on Freevee, and I was like, oh shit, I know what I'm doing.
You still have to watch commercials though on Freevee.
Yeah,
though, don't
not
you?
many though. No reality.
Yeah,
It's
no,
not all
fuck that, dude.
Well, this one was on Freevee, and I saw it through Amazon, and there hasn't been a single commercial. So I'm like, I don't know if it's Freevee through Amazon that there's no commercials, but
Oh, right on.
yeah, I was like, oh, no commercials. This is great. I thought I would.
Yeah,
have
I can't do commercials, man.
yeah.
It's been too long. Well,
Spoiled.
I've been on the high seas for too long. I can't so that man, yeah, I can't do
Yeah,
commercials.
I get
Because
it.
even my YouTube, like I use a blocker so that I don't have ads on that. Like I don't do ads. Can't do it.
I'm
Has it been
spoiled.
working out for you?
Yep. Thank you.
Nice. Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, I don't want to pay people money.
No,
Wait,
well,
you're
I
gonna
always
share this
no.
block?
What I do is with creators that I like, because they always complain that like ad revenue is like shit. Like the thing is like a lot of them do like like the in video or like in the middle mid roll like ad read.
Right.
Right.
I always watch those because they have to share their analytics with any sponsor. And if it shows that like actually people watch during their ad reads, it like they can get higher rates from sponsors. So like
Oh, that makes
I
sense.
never skip an ad read in the middle of a video when a creator that I like is doing it. I always watch it.
Yeah, me too. Sure.
Well, you guys are sound fellows.
Yeah.
I was lying. I was
But,
lying.
I didn't always know that like it totally makes sense, but
I
Yeah.
I was lying. I don't do that. I guess the sarcasm wasn't laid on thick enough.
It's like Black Russell.
Black Russell wouldn't put up with this shit.
well, Billy was serious, I believe. But
I was serious. Yeah.
Billy was serious.
Yeah.
I wasn't. I ain't got time for that.
well, most people I watch that I actually like or care about aren't at that level where they're getting any kind of sponsorship. So I'm like, yeah, I don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, I got subscribers. I just don't have watch hours because I don't go live all that often, which I should start
We
doing.
just got to
at
watch some
some
more
point.
unhinged videos.
Yeah. Check out those playlists, everybody.
Yep.
Go watch Topicless and listen to everybody not draw and complain about comics.
Not
Yeah, I'm looking forward to. So tomorrow I'm going to go pick up a Golden Axe arcade machine.
Nice.
Oh, fuck yeah.
And then that's gonna be before I pick up my daughter from school. And then after I pick up my daughter from school, we're gonna go to the comic shop and I'm gonna get that Savage Sword of Conan.
Yeah, get it.
Oh, yeah. I just got that.
I fully thought you were going to say, like, I'm going to go pick up my daughter and then drop her off and play Golden Axe all day.
So then when we come back, we're going to play
How
Golden
about
Axe.
this one, Jimbo?
Yeah,
Good
yeah,
one.
that's the newest one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta
It's
check
pretty
that out.
good. So the interiors, like they made it magazine size.
Yeah,
The interiors are newsprint and they're black and white, but it's like grayscale.
Mhm.
But it looks like colored images that were changed to grayscale. It doesn't look like gray wash and things like that.
Oh,
So that's the only thing that pissed me off.
What?
I'm like, the
Really?
gray is
I
so
thought it
heavy
was
and
like-
it's everywhere.
I thought it looked cool.
And it doesn't feel like black and white art. It feels like colored artwork that was turned grayscale.
like a filter.
Yeah, exactly.
really-
And it's too
really rough.
dark. And the artwork's excellent. It's really good, but it doesn't feel like the old Savage Sword in that sense.
Well,
So they came really close. They got it magazine size. They did newsprint. They did black and white, but the grayscale is so heavy. It's not that good.
Black Russell does not approve.
Yeah, too
It's
black.
just-
black
I like
Black
it.
Russell just went to town on this.
I liked it. I thought it looked cool.
But I got the Joe Jesco cover, and
Oh,
I haven't dove into it yet. It looks really good, though.
How did we?
They're pretty soon.
How did who was the first one on the show tonight that said Black Russell? Why? How did I get on that?
That was
Well, we talked about Wyatt Russell, and somebody said Wyatt Russell. And I think you said that.
And I took it to I took it for White Russell and then like changed it to Black. Okay.
Black Russell.
Full on game of telephone right there.
Mhm.
Or as the British would say, Chinese whispers.
Chinese whispers.
what?
Yeah,
That's pretty racist. but
that's what they call that's what they call
The telephone game.
telephones?
Yeah.
That
telephone
would
game
just
there,
be
yeah.
that would just be a bunch of ching chongs.
Oh,
Nope.
jeez.
Chinese whispers, you know, like Huawei. Like
They're basically saying that
like TikTok.
the Chinese can't communicate well enough. Like that's what they're saying. Those Brits.
I guess so. I remember the first time I heard that, I was like, wait, what the fuck?
I thought it was
Yeah.
like because they were
Chinese
sneaky.
whispers.
That was what I thought they were kind of. I don't know.
I first heard it on Red Dwarf, and they were like, "Is Chinese whispers racist?" And then they started asking around, and then by the end, they're like, "Are Chinese whiskers racist or something?"
What I think it actually derives from
They're like, "Oh, those wispy beards, you mean?"
is that China had so many dialects at one point that their own people couldn't speak or communicate properly to each other, and that's why when the Qing dynasty ended up ruling, which is how China got its name, the Qing dynasty, and they unified like the writing so that it was actually against the law to like use anything else except for Cantonese.
Right.
That's when so that's where I think that comes from, is like the Chinese whispers is the fact that like there was, you know, like fucking 87 dialects at one point that their
Now
own
with
people
the
makes sense.
couldn't talk to each
That's a
other.
good
Yeah.
spin.
now with the with the Galaxy S24 though, it translates in real time, so you don't even have to worry about it.
Dude, the Google Lens app is like, it still like amazes me because like you can point it. It's like it almost just it acts like the camera app, and you can point it at stuff that's a foreign language, and then as you're looking through your phone, it like auto translates the words. It'll like cover them up as you're like looking them up, and then put them in English so that you can like. I use it to like look at manga and stuff that hasn't been translated,
Right.
and the
Oh, wow.
bubbles like immediately turn from the fucking kanji to fucking English fucking speech bubbles.
While
It's
you
fucking
scroll
wild.
over it.
Yeah, like while you just like look at it, it takes like a second or two, but like, and you'll see it, and it'll like almost do this like matrix thing where it's like figuring it out, and it's just like, and then it'll pop it in there, and it's just like, oh shit, look, I can read this shit.
Wow.
And it even does it like with,
Fucking read.
because they do their sound effects obviously in their own language. Like it'll even do the sound effects. It'll put like what it is like underneath it, like what it says, like
What
rat
it
a tat
is.
tat tat, or tap tap or
Yeah.
whatever.
That's the translation. What it is.
What it is. Yeah, no. Plagal turned me on to that because I was just like, dude, like I have this shit that I'd love to know what they're fucking saying. And he's like, oh, just get Google Lens. That's what I used to like look at that style of manga. And I'm just like, oh, that's fucking brilliant. But I mean, it works for any language, so it's like if you had some European, like French fucking comic or some shit like that, you could.
Will it work for Irene's book?
Yeah. She made up languages.
I know she did. That's why I asked.
And Google would know those.
Yep.
Like living with a 6-year-old. Yeah,
Oh,
I was thinking
almost
of
fucked
getting
that up.
the. I was thinking of getting the Galaxy 24 because I have the 21 right now, so I'm kind of due for an upgrade.
I haven't bought a phone in 4 years.
Well,
Same here.
I might wait another year.
I've never dropped my phone. It doesn't have any scratches or dings on it. Like
mine is some. Mine is some in the back, but otherwise, the screen's flawless. I don't have a case either. I just
fuck cases, dude. I go caseless on everything.
Yeah.
I used cases. I used cases for a while, and then my buddy talked me into it. Actually, with my iPad, because I always had this like kind of bulky case on my iPad and stuff. And he's like, dude, just take it off for a little while you're at home, just so you can like use it as it was intended and tell me how fucking nice it fucking feels. And like I was just like, yeah, I'm not going back anymore. Like these things were designed in a certain way to feel a certain way in your hand.
The case for the iPad though is good if you have the pencil, because then you could store the pencil in the case too.
Oh, that one's like, because that one's pretty thin. Yeah, but like those big fucking like childproof ones, they're like they're like Fisher Price fucking cases that people put on.
That's what I got. When I take my iPad,
dude, feel like just holding an iPad
like a portfolio
without any case at all just feels. It does feel really nice in hand, you know. And I was like, yeah, I am not putting a case on my phone or anything.
Nice in my hand.
Slips in your pocket,
Almost
nice.
sensual.
Yeah. Sensual.
Yeah. They're not supposed to be pieces of trash, especially how much they spend to make them. You know? It's like, we get all this goofy shit, goofy ass notes.
Oh yeah, I mean, like you see some people, and it's just like it fucking makes it like fucking 4 times as thick with the case that they have on it. I'm just like, are you really that clumsy? Holy shit! Yeah, I think the last Samsung I had was the Galaxy S7.
Yeah, I don't know at what point they started naming them by the year. Like mine's the 21, which is still a good phone. Like I said, so I might wait another year to see what happens with technology and AI and stuff like that.
Technology.
But because there's really no point in updating like every year. It's stupid. The only thing that's different is maybe the camera's a little better, and you can't notice anymore. So
yeah, they're so good.
Yeah, you're like, oh, it's not foggy, it's not blurry. Okay, like that's it.
Or it's not as like this has 5,000 pixels instead of 4,950.
You're like, how many pixels can I see? I can't even see that good. Like,
yeah, exactly. So like, I don't care. It doesn't matter. So usually they're pretty close to each other, but I usually upgrade every 3 to 4 years. That's when I upgrade. I think that's long enough for
scimitar
to catch up.
Yeah, I went back to using a Motorola. Like I've been really, I like my phone.
That's what I got. The Motorola.
Well,
what the fuck is it? It's got the stylus. I can actually.
Oh,
do
right
shit
on.
my phone.
Nice.
I am. What do you mean? I am what, Maji-chan? I am.
Yeah. In reference to what, Maji-chan?
I am.
Well, I mean, it's so crazy how much cheaper the Motorola's are, and like you look at the actual like guts inside, like the specs, they use like the same chips as fucking Samsung does, and it's like
yeah, it was basically
almost
the Samsung for half the price.
Yeah. Well, because there's only so many people that make like the chips inside. You know, it's like Samsung doesn't actually make those processors. It's like either a Qualcomm or a fucking Snapdragon. Like those are the two big like processor manufacturers for phones. Mm-hmm. And yeah, I looked at it and I was just like, wait, you mean I can get a fucking brand new Motorola for like $275? Like, what the fuck?
Hey, flying feline. Yeah, exactly. Oh, Maji-chan says I stopped carrying phones on me at work because I keep breaking them. So it's all her fault. We all have to deal with cases.
I used to work for a company that makes cell phone cases. That's really the only time I kind of use them because they gave them to me for free and they're like $100 cases pretty much. Well, not that bad, but still they were expensive. So I'm like, oh, it was a
$15 case off of Amazon.
I think the last time I dropped a phone was like a Nokia brick phone.
Nice.
I drop them all the time, but not to like fatal levels.
Like it's
Right.
just here and there.
I dropped my.
Well, I mean, like since they all started using like Gorilla Glass and shit like that, like
yeah, it's pretty.
they're
durable.
way better. Yeah.
I dropped my.
Oh yeah.
The one time I scratched it, it was like a couple weeks ago. I dropped it in the garage, and it fell on the concrete, but the back of it scraped up a smidge. Otherwise, it was completely fine. I'm like, yeah,
Nice.
Yeah.
It's a beast.
Beast.
Piece. Well, that's the thing about this Motorola one. It's gigantic. And then I put a case on it, and it's fucking even bigger. So
What you working on?
whatever.
That's what she said.
Yeah, it's not the size of the phone.
Bigger.
What you working on there, Jason?
Oh. I don't know.
Some doodles.
Just doodling.
Oodles and doodles.
Oodles and doodles. I'll put some Bombay red on it.
Bombay.
Bombay.
I don't know. This might be my own
Bombay.
concoction. I'm not sure. I don't know.
Is that Coach Bombay? Mighty Ducks?
Ducks eat for free.
That's his ink.
No, yeah, that's his ink.
Heck yeah, dude. Quack, quack, quack.
Duck. As Billy
Isn't there a
says,
character?
ducks eat.
Isn't there a character in Black Panther that says that all the time? You Bombay.
I don't
think
know,
it's-
man.
Might be Black Panther himself. I don't know if I could open this.
Making fun of how they talk in Wakanda.
Yeah, of course.
We was Kangs.
I might have to get a pair of pliers to open this.
What the fuck?
This is glued
Alright,
shut.
This is gonna have to be.
Yeah,
Start being moved
switch me
around.
out because I gotta
Start doing some
go get a
inking.
pair of pliers.
Hey, Jason. Hey, Jason. What do you call a bunch of Filipino jet pilots?
Filipinos.
No, a pair of pliers.
It's racist. Racist, Billy. So racist.
That was pretty good. I like it.
I remember when I learned that joke in high school, and I told my grandma that I'm half Filipino, and like, dude, she fucking lost her shit. She loved that joke.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh yeah, she fucking loved it.
Well, it's funny. You either get one or two reactions when you tell it to the person that it's about.
Tell your grandpa that the joke about the jet pilots.
I found you get one of two reactions,
yeah.
when it's like an ethnic joke and the person you're telling is that ethnicity. It's either like, oh, I totally get it, it's hilarious, or they're like,
yeah,
I don't get it, that's not funny. Like, oh, well, guess you had to be there.
Yep. Be there for the racism.
More stereotypes, to be honest.
Yeah, man, stereotypes exist for a reason.
Mm-hmm. There's a
being
reason why
racist
they're
still?
funny.
Are you still being racist, Billy?
Yeah.
Fuck
The differences are funny. It's better to laugh at them than fight about them, So
Wait,
So it makes
Filipino?
everybody special. That's what we used to do. Now people are like, no.
No. That's
I don't. You
that's
I can't relate
weird.
to you.
It's weird 90s, early 2000s edgy humor that's not funny anymore. It's problematic.
not funny
It's like,
anymore.
Billy's
I'm like, I don't know. I think it's still pretty fucking funny.
Mhm.
Billy's problem, man.
90s humor. Shit, I was listening to Don Rickles in the 60s. No, I wasn't alive then. But. What's up, Morb?
So more.
Hey, more.
I'm going to call you Morb from Orb.
Jesus.
That's a good name. Ooh, the red. I like it, Jason.
Oh yeah, I like that.
Oh, well, thanks.
Anytime there's black and white with red,
You Bombay.
it's just
There you go,
Yes.
Bombay.
Classic edgy colors. So what's your favorite color? Black.
those
and-
90s
Okay,
edgy colors.
What's your second favorite color? Red. Black.
It's like a
and red.
penguin in a blender.
Penguin in a blender, right?
Billy's edgy.
It's like an orca eating a bunch of dolphins.
Like a nun falling down the stairs.
Yeah, that's how I like them, falling downstairs.
That's a good movie, Falling Down.
Yep.
Later, feline. So you got to take it off.
Cilantro and
Oh.
skulls.
They should have a
Yeah.
sequel called Fallen Down.
Flying by.
Falling down.
No, it should be
or
fell down.
fell down.
It should be
Fell down. Yeah. What's sad is like the worst scenes in that movie are the funniest. Yeah. Like the homophobic Nazi. Like everything he says makes me laugh. I probably shouldn't, but it just makes me laugh. Because it's so stupid.
Well, yeah, well, that's, I mean, see, that was the thing about quote unquote edgy humor, was because like a lot of really great comedy at its core is like saying the taboo, you know, it's saying like things that you shouldn't say, you know, and laughing at like the ridiculousness of it. It's not that you agree with it, you know, it's like that.
Right.
Like one of my favorite skits of Dave Chappelle's of like the White Klansman fucking skit. Oh my god, so fucking dude, it's so good. I remember like my buddy calling me up.
It was
like,
genius. Yeah.
He's like, "Did you see the Chappelle show this week?" I'm like, "No." He's like, "You got to watch it right now." He's like, "It's like probably the best thing I've ever seen on television." Like,
well, it's the guilty chuckle, right? But yeah, the White Klansman was, or the Black Klansman was one of the funniest things
Black
ever.
Klansman is so fucking good, dude.
I'm not gonna say it because like I'll get the channel in trouble. I was like, I was gonna repeat part of the joke, and then I'm like, nah, maybe I won't. Because we live in today.
I can smell them.
That's what he said. He divorced his wife because she was a
dude. Yeah.
That's the part I'm not gonna say, but it was fucking hilarious.
She was a nerd lover.
She was a nerd lover.
A nerd lover.
The other one they did was the Roots outtakes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god! Yeah.
He's sitting there getting whipped in the back, and he has that back plate on. He's like, "Ah, shit! You actually hit me, you motherfucker!" Chappelle got it.
Yep.
Oh, he's still got it, dude. Like,
oh, dude.
Oh man, his Netflix specials are fire, dude. Like I watched not the newest one, but like because he's done like kind of 3 modern ones I think on Netflix now.
Yeah.
But like the first one of the 3 I watched with my daughter, and she was laughing so hard, but I could tell at the same time she felt so uncomfortable, and I was like, "Oh, this is great!" Like,
great.
I'm like, you feel that little like weird like little feeling in your stomach, little pit. It's just like, should I be laughing at this? I'm like, see, this is what comedy's about. Like this.
It is. Mm-hmm. Was that the one where he was in like the green jumpsuit thing?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, that one was excellent. That was before he kind of went on a little more tangents and stuff. That was just pure humor. I remember watching that thing, and that was like one of the best stand-up routines I've ever seen.
Yeah. It's tough to kind of compete with his killing him them softly, though. That one is so good.
She kept saying the whole time, she's like, "This is really bad, Dad." And I was just like, "Yeah, I know. It's funny, though, right?" She's like, "Yeah, I mean, it is, but like..."
Well, it's fun with your kids as they get older, because like I was watching Return of the Living Dead with my daughter, and it was like the same thing. She's like, "This is really bad." I'm like, "I know, isn't it great?" And she's like, "Yeah." Yes.
How old's your daughter?
It's bad, but it's awesome. That daughter's 15.
Yeah, like that's why. Like that's the only reason why I felt like, because it was her senior year in high school. She was like 17, and I was just like, "Yep, you're ready for Chappelle." Like, let's do this.
There's still things I hold off. I have a 17-year-old, a 15-year-old, and a 12-year-old. And the 12-year-old by default has to grow up faster because I'm like, I want to show your sisters this.
Did Akira Toriyama pass away?
What?
Oh, whoa.
Seriously?
I don't know, man.
I didn't hear that.
Oh, yeah. No, let's see.
I mean, maybe now I just heard it.
No. Yeah,
SJWs are all fucking celebrating and shit right now.
Oh, fuck.
Everybody's like Dragon Ball Z. I'm like, man, fuck that. Dragon Ball is shit. Oh no, man. How old was the guy?
68. That ain't 68. Very old, man.
Really? Well, that's the thing too. Is like, was all these manga dudes, dude, they work themselves to fucking death, man.
Literally, I guess.
I don't know. Like, I mean,
That's young.
What's his name? The grandfather of fucking anime lived till he was like fucking 80. What's his name? The guy that created like Astro Boy and fucking all that shit.
Osamu Tezuka.
Yeah.
March 1st. Acute subdural hematoma. He was 68. That's what he died from.
Hematoma.
Yeah, hematoma sounds like a way.
This is from Bird Studio.
Thank God, at least
like that sounds like a way an anime artist should die. Hematoma.
Oh, geez.
I was gonna say, at least it wasn't anal contusions. That would have been bad.
Well, true. Well, rest in peace. One of the very innovative.
No kidding. Fucking dude, that sucks. That fucking sucks.
I mean, helped popularize fucking shonen storytelling in the West in a big way.
You know, sometimes it's one of those, like, when you come across people or creatives and artists and stuff, sometimes it's like you kind of always assume they're going to be there around. You know what I mean? Like, I always like, you never thought about someone like Robin Williams like passing away, you know? Like, you just assumed like he would always be around. And then, like, now these people are like dying. You're like, oh, like the world it's kind of worse without him, to be honest. It's like, oh no.
Yeah, well, when you lose another one, but there's not like a new crop that you're like believe in, that's the part.
I mean, the Berserk guy and Akira Toriyama, bro, man, fuck. Let's see. This is from Bird Studio, which is his studio. We are deeply saddened to inform you that manga creator Akira Toriyama passed away on March 1st due to acute subdural hematoma. He was in age of 68. It's our deepest regret that he still had several works in the middle of creation with great enthusiasm. Also, he would have many more things to achieve. However, he has left many manga titles and works of art to this world. Chrono Trigger. Thanks to the support of so many around the world, he has been able to continue his creative activities for over 45 years. We hope that Akira Toriyama's unique world of creation continues to be loved by everyone for a long time to come. We inform you this sad news with gratefulness for your kindness during his lifetime. And then funeral service. He already had a funeral and
So apparently it's a dangerous condition where blood collects under the skull, putting pressure on the brain.
Oh shit.
Oh wow. Yeah, that sucks.
Man, subdural hematoma.
Man, dude. Oh, fuck.
Brutal.
What? Yeah.
Back absolute, everybody.
Though, back absolute, of course. It's great.
Why you gotta plug me?
There was this rash of artists that were really young in the late 90s, early 2000s that passed away that I really liked. I don't know why that was like a thing back then, but
drugs.
Martin Eamon.
Drugs.
Well, I don't know if it was. I can't remember how they died, but Martin Eamon and the Cybernary guy. What was his name?
Oh yeah, Manabat.
Manabat, yeah. And they both died like super young.
His last name, Manabat?
Yeah, dude, Manabat.
Yeah, his last name was Manabat. Nick Manabat.
Yep.
Nick Manabat. That's a cool name.
You thought he would be drawing Batman, but he created Cybernary.
I always forget his name. His name is Roke.
Oh, there we go.
Son of a biscuit. No, he had a Manabat like artist edition type book, and it was so cool, dude. And they like there was no colors because when it printed, the colors looked muddy, but it was all black. It was
so
white.
Dark, yeah.
Dude, the black and white was so good, and then it did have colored pages at the back end, but I think it was like the what do you call the colors that Rex has them all the time? The blanking on the name of them, but I think it would what.
Oh, I said the flats?
No, but it was like
I'm not sure
it had colors in the back of it, but they were more vibrant. It's like how it probably should have printed. It was crazy.
Oh,
like swatches,
like the CMYKs or something.
Yeah.
Or the PSDs. I don't know. But that Cybernary was so dark, and I think it threw some people off. But even on that, I could see like the line work underneath just barely, but I was like, this is intense. So well drawn.
You could probably Google image searches black and white stuff. It's so good.
Yeah, and it was, as far as I know, it was only on the back of the Death Blow, right?
It was the Black and Death Blow. That was it. That was the only time the Cybernetics
Yeah.
were done. I mean, they might have printed a collection of them, but and also
Right.
Michael Turner died around the same time too. I think.
Yeah, dude.
Oh man, that's
Oh yeah, gosh, some great talent.
Too short, man. I mean, seriously.
I think he was about 6 foot.
Yeah.
oh my god.
Well, the other guy I mentioned, Martin Emond, he did that comic White Trash. I don't know if you guys ever checked that out, but he had kind of a painting style, kind of like Bisley, but it was more cartoonish.
Mm.
And he actually did some Lobo issues too. But he was really badass. But that White Trash comic was great. It's funny. The art was amazing.
Never heard of it. Yeah.
You're not sure if
He was Tundra Comics back in the day. But
That's slightly familiar to me.
Back Goblin Girl, everyone. I gotta put these links in my description.
Yeah, I like how we're telling people to back things when we're talking about people who died. Yeah. Good promotion.
Sign up for Mercenary Go. That's
Well,
Angela.
it's just like, well, it's just like when Mr.
these people are alive, by
died.
the way.
Look, dude, that was crazy.
When who died?
Mr. T died and came out as gay on his deathbed.
No.
Oh.
Wow.
But did you see Freaked
Negative.
when he was the bearded lady?
Negative.
No.
I am woman, and I like me.
Negative, Ghost Rider. I did not.
Freaked.
Freaked is a great movie. You should check it out.
It's like one of those
One of
ones
the
like, how
funniest
did this get
movies ever.
made?
Pretty
You know?
much. Well,
When
and then
was
it's kind of the story behind it was it got made, and then the studio saw the final product, and they're like, "What the fuck is this shit? We're not promoting this, so no one knows about it."
When did it get made?
Like 90s.
Oh,
Mid-90s.
Okay. Well, you can kind of get away with it back then.
Yeah, back when they
Well,
had that
you'd think,
crass
but, like that
humor and
studio was
shit.
just like, no way. But it was Alex Winter, Bill from Bill and Ted's. It was like he wrote it and directed it, him and his buddy, and
Just
it's
say Bill from Bill
just
and
nuts.
No one knows who else.
The soundtrack's badass, got Rollins band and stuff like that on it.
Nice.
Good stuff.
Yeah, the special effects were pretty good on it too, from what I've seen.
Yeah, I mean there were crazy practical effects, and then a lot of like claymation weirdness. Randy Quaid was the main nemesis.
Quaid.
Get the Quaid.
If you haven't seen it, if you get a chance, watch Freaked.
Give these people air.
Funniest, craziest movies ever.
Mr. Quaid.
That doesn't look like it matches up right. Let me try that again.
Yeah, Plagal, he had his surgery went well, so
Yeah.
he's resting in the hospital
Saw that.
now.
Yeah.
Said he's in pain, but
He texted me and told me to call him, and I called him, and he wasn't able to pick up. So
he's
it
probably
was a little
asleep.
bit of a bummer, yeah.
Well, hopefully he was asleep. See, when I was texting him, and he
Oh my
said
God.
he's in quite a bit of pain. So
Yeah.
hopefully
He
he's
said,
able to
he said,
fall
give me a
asleep.
call, but I might not be able to talk because it's hard for me to concentrate and stuff. So
Yeah.
figured, yeah, he might have been.
Oh, yeah,
resting.
he's probably zonked. They're probably just zonked out, man.
Yeah.
That's the thing. If you're in that amount of like post-surgery pain, like the morphine only goes so far, and they're not allowed to give you too much. So you're still in pain even though
Right.
you're hyped up on drugs.
Dragon Pisces says, I'm almost done with my script and character descriptions. Soon I'll have everything I need to hire an artist. Nice.
Nice.
Very cool, man.
That is the
Excellent.
That's good news too.
Yeah, man.
Good news all around.
I mean, you can't hire Akira Toriyama anymore, but I'm sure you'll find an artist.
And there goes the bad news again.
Hey-o!
You can't. Damn it.
Too soon or not soon enough. So he did Dragon Ball Z. Is that what he did?
Yeah, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball. He did all the art and
The
design
Akira artwork.
for the
Oh,
Dragon Quest,
Dragon
Dragon
Quest.
Warrior games.
oh. I like him.
Yeah.
You're naming things I like.
Everything for other art and design for Chrono Trigger.
I don't know that.
It was like probably one of my favorite RPGs of all time. Like, man, I mean, the guy did all types of stuff. I like OG Dragon Ball better than Z, to be honest.
I never got into the Dragon
because it's like more an adventure. Like Dragon Ball Z came out like power levels and stuff, but Dragon Ball was like, we got to find the 7 Dragon Balls to make a super wish, and it's all like globe trotting.
OG Dragon Ball's closer to like what One Piece is now.
Yeah, I'm sure it's heavily influenced because everybody loved Dragon Ball.
Oh yeah, no, I mean, Oda has directly he has given so much like props and respect to fucking Toriyama. Like, I mean, he says it's like that original Dragon Ball was the reason why he became a comic book artist.
Yeah, it was cool with, Bulma and all the cool capsule vehicles and stuff. That's the art that I like. Of like all like I got a concept art that's like Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z stuff, and it's all like that like techie stuff that he loves to draw. Like he draws tech so damn cool.
Yeah. Motherfucker.
Yes.
I have been known to be.
Sometimes.
Depends on who it is.
Oh.
And if they're faithful.
Does Odin have a campaign sign up? Yes, Angela. You're signing up for Kill Them Dead, aren't you, Odin?
Yes, we have signed up for Kill Them Dead on Kickstarter. Which I think I have arranged. I might as well just drop that myself. And then Magnificent Bastards 2 on Kickstarter. Soon we'll have a Fund My Comic for the reprints of Shove and Bastards.
I gotta talk to James.
All ages.
I gotta talk to James about drawing that inside cover again.
Oh, that's right.
He's like, I'll get back to you. I
want that to be a J-Bot thing regularly.
Dude, I'm like, let me draw the fucking monkey like a cartoon with a bazooka. Like, let me just fucking.
Well, have you seen some of the new artist stuff?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, he's definitely he's an excellent cartoonist. But he's definitely got the monkey character down.
Yeah, let me fleischer up that inside cover, man.
Oh yeah, I want to see it. Well, I love the inside cover you did before. It was awesome.
Yeah, that one came out pretty good. For the time, but I think I'm gonna put more of my stank on it.
Your stank. Mm-hmm. Could always draw an unconditional shove.
I could.
I would put it in there. I know you were working on something back in the day. But...
Yeah, everything totally changed. I mean, that style, and I'm not even using that character at the moment, so I'll have to think of something different.
Yeah, I have that one, the original, I think, somewhere. With the turtle robot guy.
Oh, yeah.
And he was fighting the tentacle monster.
I like tentacle monsters.
Hooray, tentacles.
Yes.
Dude, I hope that Kill Them Dead does well, man. That concept is so damn good.
Well, thank you. Yeah, obviously do as well. I mean, with the time I'm putting into it, between music and artwork, the time that Skunk is putting into it, yeah. And then just the printing process that we're going to do. It's one of those things, like, if it's going to do what it does, but it's something that I'll just be proud of regardless at the end of the day. So.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I'm working on right now. You wouldn't be able to see it, share, but it's all light pencils and stuff.
Yeah, those pencils that you're doing too are real sick, man. That's even something that you could be like, here's the pencils.
Yeah, no, that's something I think is going to happen because a lot of people have been mentioning that. And I'm like, why not? Just it'd actually be cheaper. because we want to do the blacklight print, but that's going to be really expensive.
Mhm.
Whereas like, yeah, if you want the penciled version, we can offer that as a discount.
Yeah, or even like here's the just the pencils as an ash can or an add-on or something.
Yeah, probably as an add-on, actually.
Make people pay extra for it. I think people will.
Because we really do want people to get the blacklight, but
Yeah,
I'm proud of the pencils.
Full size, and then do the pencil thing. Like, is it going to be like floppy size or it's going to be bigger?
It's portrait, so it's going to be. Can't remember the dimensions we're doing, but it's pretty big. Yeah, it's bigger than a comic book size.
Okay, cool. Yeah, then maybe you can.
And then it reads portrait or horizontally, not portrait, landscape.
That's dope.
So maybe do the do like the pencils as an add-on, but like a smaller little book,
Yeah, and that could be. Well, and the thing is, again, if it's the pencils, it's cheaper.
Exactly,
it's just cheaper to. So it's like even if we did it full size, but turn it into a floppy instead of like the bigger book style.
Yeah,
like a floppy.
A floppy. Know how you like them extra floppy.
No, I like. So you're still doing it actual regular comic book size, but just binding it landscape.
No, it's bigger than comic book size. I can't remember the dimensions we settled on. I'm drawing them on 11 by 17, but landscape, and then it's words and then image, so it's not actual comic book style. So it's like a kid's book, picture book style.
Oh, okay. Still, I like that.
It'll
I like
be
that.
words,
I like that
image,
like
but it'll be landscape.
I like that landscape.
Yeah, not many people do it. I know, J-Bot, you were talking about doing that, or is that what BEARZERKER is going to be?
Yeah, BEARZERKER's landscape.
Kid Squid.
Yeah,
comic book size, so it still can be bag and boarded, but landscape, or
it's landscape, ash can size.
Okay.
But the cover is vertical. So if you got Kid Squid, it's kind of the same setup to where the cover is vertical. So when you put it in your bag and board, you'll be able to see it when it's in your long box. But when you read it, it's going to read horizontal, or it's going to read landscape.
Right.
So you're going to bind it on the shorter side, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. I approve.
As an ash can.
That's all that matters.
Yeah, trying different things and.
I never seen the horizontal ash can, so I thought that was kind of neat.
I haven't either. Yeah, that'll be cool.
I have.
I approve.
All right. So I just need you guys' approval.
Billy's approval. You don't need to say squat.
I approve.
And I'm only doing a hundo.
Well, I'm pretty excited.
You're gonna put them in your shop too, right? I mean, I would think that's like.
I don't know, because I don't sell comics. I don't sell any comics. I don't know how to do, to be honest.
Yeah, but the people who know you there.
Put a little point of sale fucking thing right up at the fucking cash register.
You know what I mean?
It's little mini ash cans. Put them at the front.
Yeah,
I know, man, but it's like
it's an impulse buy, and you get people that like want to support you right there at the store.
Everybody who knows you at the shop is going to be like, "Oh, I'd buy that."
I know, dude, but you know what? It's weird for me. It's weird if people know me. I don't show them. You know what I mean? Like it's weird if you know me like in my normal life to show them the book. I'm kind of embarrassed.
Don't look at my freakish nature.
Don't look
well,
at
it's not like they're gonna track you down on YouTube after they buy the book.
No, but I don't know. I'm embarrassed to show them.
Why?
Yeah, that's weird.
I'm gonna take some to my comic shop.
You gotta have it at the shop, man.
Jay, are you embarrassed of us, Jay?
No.
That's really what it is.
Especially cool if you just made like a little
like, in real life.
If you made like like I said, a little cardboard stand point of sale thing to have right there at the cash register, right up, when you come up to pay out, like, dude.
You'd sell 50 copies probably.
You think so?
And a QR code to your YouTube channel.
I think that you absolutely would, dude. Because like I mean,
I didn't even think about it.
If we had a local game shop here that like I was like a regular customer of or whatever, and I saw that like the owner like had his own fucking indie fucking comic, and that he was like selling at the shop, like I would, yeah, 100% buy that. Like, it's like
Totally. If it was a shop I went to and I got to know you, I'd be like, and you put it out there, you're like, yeah, I made this book. Yeah, like
I wouldn't buy it. I wouldn't buy it.
Yeah, it wouldn't even be a question. I would absolutely buy it, and I would even like show it out. It's like something cool that you could show off to like other people. Like, oh, hey, you know that like game store, like fucking whatever. Like, dude, this guy fucking does comics too. Check it out. I bought his fucking comic. Like, be a little
I would
point.
be like, what are you trying to sell me?
Point of pride purchase right there.
What is this?
I thought this was a video
Jesus
game.
Christ.
This is bullshit.
Quit trying to push me. Quit trying to push your wares on me. Just give me the fucking copy of Mario Brothers.
You liar. You said this was video games, and here you are selling it.
Yeah, I didn't even think about it, to be honest. Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
I think you should. I
think you totally should.
I would disapprove if you didn't.
Okay, I got it. I don't want to disappoint you guys.
I'm actually surprised that you were like, I don't know. Like, you didn't ever think of that. Like, I think that's such a great idea. Like, if I had that, like, if I were you, 100%, I'd be like, how many do I need for my store? Like,
well, if you were him, you'd
that would
be
a
called
whole
J-Bot,
other
and you'd be
batch that I
drawing
would have.
Berserker. So that would be just kind of weird.
That's how you. I mean,
if I were him, then he'd be me.
That's how you can get. That's how you can like get another set. Like, we're always wondering how to get more eyes onto our projects and stuff like that.
Oh, for sure.
You have the you have the perfect fucking vehicle like to do that because you have a retail store.
You have a vehicle.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
I mean, I could totally see people even like checking back in with you at the store. You know, like a couple months down the road, they're like, "Hey, so when's like the full size issue of that, or like issue 2 coming out?" Or like they'll like check in with you on it. You know, like.
Or they'll come back and just throw it in your face and be like, "What is this trash?
Trash!"
Can't believe I spent money on this.
That might happen.
And you call
never
yourself
coming
an
here
artist?
again.
I mean, I am going to take some to my local comic shop.
Yeah.
Look at I mean, even like Rex gets all excited when he finds a fucking crowdfunded comic in the wild at a comic book shop. You know?
Oh yeah. So do I. Yeah.
I was looking next to this Daredevil 346 and I found a Awesome in there. It's crazy.
Oh shit.
So I took my took my purchase up to the counter. I was buying some Buscema artwork and another Daredevil with some Fantastic Four issues. Got my copy of Awesome for just $2.
About how much it's worth.
That's how I scored Joe Frankenstein.
Yeah, that is how you got Joe Frankenstein.
That was cool. I was like, yeah, dude.
Oh, nice. And the Dragon says, "How's your day going?" It's going good, brother.
Yeah, I saw somebody like had taken a picture in their local comic book shop of actually Isom in a long box, and it had a $2 sticker on it. People were like, "I doubt that this is real." I'm like, "What do you think? This guy's just carrying around a price gun to put fucking stickers on shit?"
He just, he has his own copy of Ison who he's been doing it with.
And it was like one of those classic ones that was like from an actual, like price gun thing where you like pull the trigger and like flips out the little fucking thingy. It's like, sure, dude. Yeah, he's going down to the store with his price gun, putting a $2 thing on there, and then taking a picture at the long box. Like that. That'd be a lot of effort.
That'd be more effort than Eric July put in writing the story.
Oh, jeez.
Whoa.
Listen, fuck, man, I'm gonna make. I've been doing too much.
Yeah, I mean, dude, it's legit, dude. I mean, it's like more effort than he put into like designing Alpha Core's fucking costumes, dude.
I mean, I don't. You tell me if I'm wrong, guys.
You're wrong.
Like, when it comes to like,
you tell me.
No, there's no mercy in Mortal Kombat, man.
I just thought it was a kink of yours. You like to be told.
No, and I'm not necessarily like
strike first, strike hard,
dude. I'm not like trying to just hate on Eric because
it's
like, the popular thing to do.
Yes,
dude. The first time I saw Isom and the first time I saw Alpha Core, I was like, "This is not for me."
Yes.
Yeah, that was my reaction. I can say that with 100% surety. It's not for me. I knew that right away.
For me, yeah. And I mean,
whether it's good or bad,
I mean, especially like with like it. Isom wasn't quite as bad. I mean, I didn't like the artwork, and just his costume design is like whatever. But when I first saw like Alpha Core, I was like, "What the fuck are these costumes? Green on green on green on green!" Like it's like 3 shades of green, and like the girl's got like a green fucking like lasso, and like the black dude's just got like a fucking like 1970s green riot helmet. I'm like, this is just bad.
Here's just Billy being a bigot.
And a buddy of mine was like he's like, I'm convinced that he literally just like typed in like shit into Midjourney and got like AI like designs, and then like handed over those AI designs to his artist and was like, yeah, man, this shit's tight. I designed this shit. Like, I just was just like, oh my god. I'm like, I can actually see that happen. Fuck.
Unfortunately, I could see that happening. You're right.
But my
Like
point,
in my
that's not
brain,
even-
I'm like,
Yeah.
that seems.
Yeah,
Yeah, probably happened.
Accurate.
it's not even the kind of the stuff that bothers. Well, that kind of bothers me a little bit too. But I feel like the vibe I get when I hear him talk about his stuff is he's not excited. A, he's not excited about it, and B, I get the vibe that he has no idea where this stuff is going. And anytime, like even like BEARZERKER or like, you know, Steampunk Silly, or like even like, you know, the robot book that I was going to do, or even like my kids' book, like when I think of a story, like I might not have it written down, but I kind of have an idea of where like the next 2 or 3 books will go, like a synopsis of where the story's going to go, even though I might not have it in my head, you know, that I will know like what's going to be happening. I don't think Eric July or anybody knows what the fuck is happening in the Rippaverse. That's the vibe I get. Like, I don't think they have any idea what the hell they're doing.
To me, it's very classic, like sophomoric style, like writing. Like and that's the thing. I don't claim to be a writer. Like, I am not a good writer of stories. I think I'm a very good world builder, but like not a good like plot and script and dialogue writer, like in any sense at all. But I mean, I can definitely spot out like a sophomoric attempt at it, you know, it's like we've all like watched a movie with bad dialogue and a bad story, but like the core of the movie, like maybe had like a really cool hook, and then you watch it and I'm just like, oh god, this dialogue is just bad.
I get where they're going. I know what they're trying to do. I can kind of see where they're trying to go, or what they're, you know what I mean, or some kind of a semblance. But like, Ice Tom, you're like, I don't know what the fuck's going on. Like, what does it do?
It reminds me of some of the early Image stuff where they were like, I want to create a universe like Marvel has. And they're putting the cart before the horse, not realizing that took years of like creating characters that people loved before it became like really a universe.
Yeah, well, I mean, and you can't just like jump out of like the, you know, like any creative endeavor, like just trying to jump out of the gate and thinking that you're just going to knock it out of the park the first time is like folly, you know,
somewhere you don't want to be. Where's he at?
Well, and unfortunately for him, and it's kind of like the Image stuff too, is
where's he at? Somewhere and over here.
Very successful.
You know, maybe
when you're very successful monetarily, like they were, like he was, like Image
2 weeks
was.
ago.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago, not now, but maybe the other day. You're just like, dude,
2 weeks ago, in somewhere you don't want to be. I'm like, oh, man.
I don't.
That's how my next book starts. Is that bad?
I don't.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying, like, dude, even in high school and college, I saw people that were like aspiring storytellers and writers that came up with more compelling like scenarios and hooks than what I'm seeing out of ISOM and Alpha Core.
Yeah, and to me, it's not even like
very
sophomore.
Bland. It's very bland.
Yeah, it's not sophomore. It's like I don't think the Rippaverse is an idea or a concept that Eric July had bouncing around in his head for years, and now he has the opportunity to finally get that story out. I don't believe that's what it is.
No,
I
believe that
I
he had
for
an
one
opportunity
think
to
it's
put
all
something out.
fantastic. Eric July, you can find me on X, you can find me on Instagram.
And we're gonna see it. Mark by it. We're gonna see it now. Now that Eric July made money and he's a YouTuber that made money on comics, you're going to see all these broke dick fucking comics starting to come out by YouTubers. And it's going to make the whole indie scene look like ass is what's going to happen. You know? So, but anyway, that's the end of my rant. So, I mean, he made money. Cool. More power to him. You know, I have nothing against the guy, but when I read ISOM, I was just like, what the fuck?
Well, I
Even
mean,
somebody that claims to be a big of a comic book fan would even understand like basic storytelling or what they like about comics by reading ISOM. I don't even think Eric July likes fucking comics because he doesn't even know what makes them good because he couldn't even just like emulate a decent, like fun story to tell. Yeah, I don't know, man. Sorry.
Speaking truth,
I mean,
from what I can tell, I haven't read
I
it, so
think
I
he
can't
likes.
say.
I think he likes comics, but I think he's trying to like. He's like scared almost to use things that are like tried and true, like hero's journey, like thingies, and is trying to do something so, you know, like I said, that's why I call it like sophomoric. Like he's like trying to do something so unique, he doesn't realize that he's like breaking like certain fundamentals that you
All
just
the
don't.
rules,
Yeah, that just make storytelling work. You know,
And then
because
even
Right.
like,
I mean, I've shared with people with, you know, when they've asked me like, "Are you ever going to come out with your own comic?" I'm like, "Hell no!" Like, I mean, like probably not ever, because like I'm not a storyteller. Like, and they're like, "Well, you don't have any ideas for anything?" I'm like, "Well, I was like designing my own video game for a while, and I have like a whole world that I've built, and like I share with them like all my world building stuff. And they're like, "Oh, this sounds like great." They're like, "How come you don't like do this into a story?" I'm like, "Because I have like 1,000 years of history, but I don't know like where to drop it in to like start telling the cool story at. That's not my fucking. That's not my forte."
If you have an outline of some kind, you can hire a writer, like somebody like Will, who can like convey it all into a
Well,
one
I
medium.
think
Like
if
Will
something,
does
maybe if I
pretty
was
good.
to share like my whole world building and like I said, the history and lore that I've created from the world, I think a writer would be able to
Yeah, I
pull
think
out
so.
something
But-
from there. You know,
Yeah,
and they would probably
exactly.
do like a classic like Star Wars thing where like, okay, you have 1,000 years of like lore and history. We're gonna actually drop in at like year 500 because this is where like the cool shit is like happening. You know, and that would
Well,
make
it's
sense.
not even so much like writing is more creating the beats and a compelling ending to each
Right.
you know,
Yeah.
portion. So it's
Yeah.
like you can have the greatest world, but it takes a writer with some kind of skill to
Yeah.
like create the beat that like keeps you on
Yeah.
the edge of your seat, that keeps you wanting to read.
And
And
at that point,
do you know what the biggest sin is? The access that this dude had to talent, the access to the writers, the access to the people that he knew hanging out with Ethan and all these guys,
That's
the
very
artists and the writers and all the stuff that he could have had to flesh out his thing to be like, hey man, I'm gonna run this pack, this dude, I'm gonna run this past this guy. I'm gonna okay, what do you think about this? Like, hey, you know what I mean? Like, have Mike Barron look over it. Hey, is this boring? Like, doesn't make any sense. Should I do this? Like,
it was hubris. He put people on a payroll and
you
then
know,
asked
let me
their
get,
opinion.
you know, if I had like, listen, if I'm doing a comic and I'm putting money into it, I'm going on like, all right, man, fucking, who am I gonna have draw? Who am I gonna hire to draw my comic? Like, I'm gonna hire the artist that I fucking love to hire my shit if I had the money to fucking do it.
Right.
You know, I get that. What I'd have that D. Slugs draw my fucking comic. Be like, hey
Oh
man,
my God, dude,
you know what I'm saying? Like, how much does it cost you to draw my comic?
Oh fuck, that
Like,
guy's
what the fuck, man? And we're gonna do a fucking a Dirty Pair Bubblegum Crisis.
I
Fucking
know, dude. That guy,
book. You know?
that guy literally channels fucking 80s anime, dude.
Yeah.
His shit is so fucking fire.
But you like, let me hire this fucking guy. Who? Like, okay, like, do you have a favorite artist?
Like he hired him
again.
Like, he hired him based off of almost like an agenda. He's like, oh, let's hire this guy that got fired for his political stuff from the mainstream. Not because like the guy, you know, like it was an artist that he really admired. It was again more of like a publicity sense. Like, oh, this guy got fired because he was being called a racist for something, you know, a back panel that he did in DC and stuff like that. And like, and so that'll be a you know,
so it's an equity hire.
Point. Yeah, I mean, pretty much it was just like it was yet another talking point. Like, oh, look at this guy got fired for feeling like supposedly like this political view thing. So I'm gonna put him on a book so that I can like have that as a talking point for my product, like not for his like artistic prowess. And it was like an artist.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Does he even have a favorite fucking artist? Does he even have like, hey man, you know, if I could hire a writer, like, oh, I'm gonna co-write this with Chuck Dixon, and we're gonna do, and this is what we're gonna do, and then it, you know, honestly, it'd be their job to be like, you know what, fuck all the other bullshit, just tell an ISOM story, and we'll start there. Yeah. Or do something like Ghost Machine did and do like 5 mini stories of building the world, and then do your ISOM. Oh, by the way, ISOM's coming out in 2 months from now. All right, cool. but the access that he had, and that he could have gotten and didn't. In my opinion, that's the biggest slap in the face to everybody who bought the fucking book. That's why I don't even think he likes comic books. I don't think he has a favorite artist. I don't think he has a favorite writer, because if he had the money to do a book and he had access to any of those people, why didn't he fucking use them?
I think he didn't. He hired him before he had the money to do the book, so that's why you got who you got.
Yeah, that could
if
very
he had
well
made
be.
that money beforehand.
Yeah,
like
but
if he made $4 million beforehand, yeah, he could have hired anybody he wanted.
Well, what I heard, what he mentioned is that he put 20 G's into the book.
Yeah. Remember, because it was fully made beforehand. So it's like, if he really wanted to create the best product that he wanted, he could have hired the
And then why not just fucking crowdfund it if you have such a big
something
audience?
Something that he, so he'd be creating the product that, like, that he says that he believed in.
Okay, let's go with Odin said. Pay David Finch like a few grand to do 5 pages because he's gonna be the artist. Invest in that, then crowdfund the rest of the money, and you can pay David Finch to do the rest of the book.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I was to hire anybody, just because now that Jay already grabbed fucking D Sloogie, I would hire fucking Ludio Lullaby that's doing fucking Battle Chasers right now to do my story. I'd be like, dude, here's my world, because like that's the look that I want. Like fucking like here's your fucking pay to do me my 8 pages for my fucking campaign, so like it'll look like fucking Battle Chaser, like because like yeah.
That's what crowdfunders are for, to raise money.
Yeah, or you can't get like, I do something like, you know what I'm saying? Like fucking Eric Conte, draw my book, man. Like what the fuck?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean most artists will take money.
And then it's like, okay, fine. So he didn't have he didn't have the money for the first book, and he did what he did with what the money he had. When you make $4 fucking million, now you could get to release the dream book you wanted to fucking do.
Yeah, then Alpha Core has no excuse.
What is your dream book? Like what? Now there's nothing besides my warehouse. Is that what everything went to? Like
my warehouse. Well,
you know what I mean? Let me read this.
He had plenty beforehand. He could have hired. He had plenty. He had money. He could have hired whoever he wanted.
Dude, for Alpha Core, he could have hired Brian Benjamin. He's he's dope. Yeah. He's done team books.
Yep.
You know, he's a professional. He could have hired Ryan Benjamin for Alpha Core. It would have been fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, he could have accessed anybody you know what I mean, that he wanted after that. Anybody would have done a book for him.
Yeah.
But my 3D assets or whatever. Let me read this by Dragon Pisces. It felt too much like a guy who criticized modern comics and say I can do one better. And then he did do better than modern comics, but comparing a punch to the gut to a stab in the balls. That's where I disagree with you, Dragon Pisces. He didn't do better. And that's the thing, is like these guys want to push this narrative that Marvel is dead and mainstream comics are dead and there's nothing good out there. If you go to the comic shop, you find tons of good shit.
There's good stuff.
Yeah.
There is good stuff.
Yeah, I mean the narrative that there's no good modern comics coming out is a total fallacy.
And the thing is, you have to go to the shop to find it. You have to be a comic book guy.
Yeah, I mean, there's certainly shit out there, and that's
absolutely.
This is what Eric July talks about all the time. Matractors.
And that's the thing too. Is like now here you have a guy who built his empire on critiquing artists and critiquing creatives, and then he tries to listen. If that was my job and that's what I did all the time, you best believe when I come out with my shit, it's gonna be tight. Because I can't. I have to do better because I built my career on that shit. You know what I mean? It's like you can't just be, and then you release that, and then you release ISOM as your big fucking thing. Come on, dude, and you don't even know that it's bad.
Howard.
Well, ego is a powerful thing.
Yeah,
cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Ego was pretty powerful in Guardians of the Galaxy too.
Oh, Ego was powerful. Speaking of Kurt Russell,
that's why I don't know, man. The guy gets no sympathy from me, to be honest. And I mean, best of luck, but dude, like if you're not going to correct your ship with the money that you got, I don't know what you're doing, dude. If that's the best that you're going to put out, like fucking Horseman,
dude,
Horseman, that is the worst name ever,
So
dude.
stupid.
Isn't
It
Well,
reminds-
does it remind anyone else of that Netflix show?
Yeah, BoJack Horseman.
Yeah, BoJack
Netflix
Horseman.
on.
That's all I kept thinking every
That's
time.
all I
hear
think about
Horseman.
with
I'm like,
Stu.
yeah,
When I think it was Billy told me it was Horseman. I can't remember who it was, and that's instantly what my mind went
Like-
to.
exactly. Instantly,
Horse-
you're like, yeah, it's like that
Horseman.
Horseman.
That's
show.
what like. Do you not even know what is cool? Like, do you have no idea? Like, I'm not. No,
That's-
I'm not wrong. I'm not out of touch. The kids are out of touch. Like,
Horseman is not cool, dude.
it's
What do you
like-
mean?
Well, dude, and it
Strikes
looks
fear
like
into the
that
hearts
when
of
when
kids.
Batman was had the Templar guy like fucking take over.
Yeah,
his
it's
stuff.
Azrael.
Azrael Batman.
Look-
It's
it looks-
Azrael fucking
Azrael.
Batman. It's the
Yeah,
same.
with
It's
a
almost
horse.
the same silhouette. It's the same colors.
Yeah, it's the same colors.
So it's Azrael.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like okay,
So Azrael is Horseman.
it's the worst
it looks like-
Azrael.
it
It's
looks like
Azrael is
Azrael
Batman.
mixed with like the knight with a knight chess piece, like called Horseman.
BoJack Horseman.
And Angela
Azrael.
Curry. No, I don't have any more new Amish buggy stories. Buggy
What?
stories.
What?
Angela said any Amish buggy stories
Oh.
because I moved to Missouri. There's Amish out here.
Yeah, there's Amish.
I was telling her about like getting stuck in an Amish traffic jam, and it was
Oh man, there's nothing better than like fucking turning. Oh no, that's inappropriate to say. I'm not gonna-
What is it about the? If it's about the Amish, you could say it. They're not listening.
yeah, they're not watching.
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
And
to
if
a
you
girl,
are, get back to work.
like,
You're
it's
not
like,
supposed
it's
to be
to, like
watching
it's to
it.
find a nice Mennonite like girl and like turn her to the side of
Turn her to the
to
dark
the
side.
dark side.
turn to the dark side.
That's a book we're working on called Paper Machete. It's about an Amish teenagers because they have this thing. I can't remember what it's called. And it's like where they let the teenagers like go out and
Yeah,
experience
that's
the world.
That's the
Yeah,
Mennonites. Yeah, that's like basically their
Mennonites do it.
They
Amish
usually
do it.
go
and-
back, believe it or not, which is weird.
And they usually go back.
do.
Yeah, they're like,
Yeah.
you're
Yeah,
right. The world's fucked. And
Yeah.
we'll
yeah,
go back
it
and
is.
build some
It's like the-
barns.
it's like their version of a of
Wanderlust.
what do you call it? Like doing missionary
Walkabout.
work.
Yeah.
Oh, the Mormon thing. Yeah.
Yeah, the Mennonite thing.
Well, yeah. So we got a story called Paper Machete where the teenagers go out and do that, and they meet this hard rock band that's into all this crazy cultish behavior, and they get sucked up in this world and end up in a fight for their lives. That's usually how I end the pitch because
Yeah.
that's a good way to end a pitch.
That is a good way to end it.
They end up in a fight for their lives.
When does it?
Well, I
not
mean,
end up in a
and it's
fight?
funny because like I guess he's kind of hoping that people read it as horseman, but still like
No, it's Horseman.
It's
yeah, I know,
Horseman.
it's
That's
horseman.
what was the Horseman, but it's not. It's
If it
It's
has an
horse.
A,
It's horse ma'am.
Yeah, as Odin,
it's-
Odin was about to say, if it has an A, it's Horseman. You want
It's
Horseman, you
Horseman.
put an E in it.
Yeah,
yeah, which would be plural. I get it, but
yeah. He
Well,
doesn't-
then have two.
but it
L's.
sounds
I don't
stupid
know.
regardless.
It's really dumb.
Like you could have called him the fucking rider or something. Like, I
yeah.
don't know.
Horse Rider would have been fucking better.
Dark
even
Hoof
horse
would-
rider.
Yeah.
Dark Hoof would have even
Dark
been
Hoof.
better.
Dark,
Dark Nay.
the horseshoeer.
Dark Nay.
Dark.
Wow.
Dark
Jeez.
Nay.
That's
There you
bad.
go. Look
That's
at
a
that
dad
shit.
joke.
Made
We're
that
gonna
up.
call
Just
him
call
Black.
him Winnie.
Black-
What's he
Winnie.
drive? Does he ride horses? Like is he a
Black
horse
Knight.
guy riding
I thought he-
horses? Like
I thought he wore like, dude, I just picture him wearing like a rubber horse head.
yeah.
Wild
That's
stallion.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's all I
Rubber
picture.
fucking horse.
And his silhouette looks like
picture.
Batman. Like he got like horse ears that stick up like bat ears, but he got like a mohawk in the middle, and then it's you know what I mean? Like
I know, but you know those generic rubber horse heads? That
Yeah,
they
the
sell
rubber
for-
horse
That's
masks.
all I picture. That's
That'd be
all I
better.
can see.
as he
I
I
dragging
just
bicycles.
picture him as like Mr. Ed.
Black Knight.
If he had done that and made it a parody book, it would be gold. Like it would be good.
Oh
at
yeah,
that
it's a
point.
parody book with the guy with the horse.
That's how they're
mask.
gonna
Was-
save
was-
the Repaverse. They're gonna be like, "This is all parody." It is.
Right.
Yeah.
It was a joke, guys.
It's
Dark
just a joke,
Nay.
guys.
Just a prank. Just a
Why are you
prank,
guys
bro.
taking this so
Dark
seriously?
Nay.
It's just
There
a
you go.
joke. I'm
I like
funny.
Winnie. Winnie.
Dragon Pisces says, yeah, that's what it felt to me. I may be new to the comic world, to be honest, so I didn't think there are any good comics because I hear too many scary stories of comic stores that are left are owned by SJWs. You know, when I go to the comic book store, you don't just go to the comic book store and start talking about politics. Like you just go to the comic book store,
Exactly.
look at the rack and see all the cool stuff, and then pick up something that looks cool and start thumbing through it. And if it seems cool, scoop it up. You know, that's how I found out about Headlopper.
Yeah,
you know, and it's just like dope. Yep. And like fucking Petrohead. Like those are my favorite comics right now. And it's just like, do I buy? I mean, I grew up collecting there's Marvel and DC, and I'm over that shit. So I want weird, crazy stuff.
Yeah, there's still a lot of small press stuff that like is still distributed, fairly well that you can
there's
get.
There's a new fucking Usagi. There's a new Usagi Yojimbo. There's one that, if you're a fan of that, called Kitsune, I think that Scout puts out, and it's like a Fox kind of Usagi Yojimbo kind of story where they're all animals, but it's in like feudal Japan. And
stuff. Is there a horseman?
Image still puts out a fucking ton of fucking books.
Yeah.
Tons of Image stuff. Some of them are good, some of them are bad, but that's been Image for a long time.
But you got stuff for everybody. That's the thing. You know, it's like
the other thing is, like Jason was saying, my local comic shop's awesome. Yeah, everybody, like I run into people, the owner's awesome, like everybody's cool. I've never had a bad experience there once. And I think she probably is kind of like, because it's a lady who owns it, and I think she is kind of a little woke or something, but
you just don't walk in there being like, so what's your opinions on Ethan Van Sciver?
You don't want to
like we're real comic book fans. Like when she hands me comics, she handles them like a comic book fan, and she talks to people like she's happy that people love comics,
I would say
this is my kind of place.
I would say a good 85% of the conversations we have are about comics.
Yeah.
We might joke around about some things.
Don't walk in there with your Rippaverse fucking hat on and your fucking, like fuck lefties fucking shirt, and you're like, I'm gonna buy my comics.
Dude, I wore my Mary Boy shirt to a free comic book day when I was outside there. Nobody said nothing. Nobody cared. Like they don't know what it is, so who cares? They don't like. Yeah, it wasn't.
Yeah, but if they do, maybe they'd like it. So
you never know. Yeah, so I wore my Frega Boom shirt. Like,
a Dragon. All you have to do is you Google where a comic book shop is, and if there's one, you go there and you just look at the racks. You say, "Hey, where are the new comics at?" And you could start there to see what's the new releases.
Yep,
and then just look. Just look.
You can ask him, "Hey, is there anything you might recommend?"
You could say I'm a fan of this, or or just you just kind of look at something.
Yeah, just look at the covers and what's interesting, and fucking pick it up.
Worst thing you're out $5 or whatever if it sucks. But
dude, last time I went to the comic book shop, I literally went there to buy one comic, like specifically because I wanted. It was right when this is going to show last time I went to a comic book store, but I mean it's been a while. I went to go get the first issue of TMNT Ronin. And I went there just to get. I went there just to get that, and I ended up spending $130. I was like, "Fuck!"
Right.
There was just so much shit on the shelf that I was seeing. I was just like, "Oh, this looks cool." Like there was like a high fantasy, like Dungeons and Dragons style book, by Image called like Grimoire or something like that.
Yeah, there's a lot of fantasy stuff.
And then I found a bunch of the Tank Girl stuff that I didn't have, like the newer Tank Girl stuff that was like they're all like Golden Book hardbound like fucking books and shit. I was just like, oh, I fucking need all these. And then they had some Street Fighter comics that I wanted. I was like, oh, I fucking need that shit too. And then I ran into James Herron's Ultra Mega, and I was like, wait, what the fuck is this? This looks fucking dope as
Ultra
fuck.
Mega looks pretty cool. Dual Power Bomb is really good. I mean, I don't know if I'd buy it, but like to start with that one too. Like that one looks fucking dope.
Yeah, we talked about it a lot. The new Conan from Titan, pretty good.
Conan's dope.
And even though I was talking shit about the grayscale on the new Savage Sword, it still looks really good.
Yeah, you're just a hater.
It looks like
they're doing a magazine, dude.
Yeah,
that's
Dragon
cool,
Pisces, like just literally. I mean, I know it's like kind of cliche, but like sometimes with comic books, try to judge books by their cover.
Oh hell yeah, that's what I do.
Just
pretty much, especially if they're bagged.
yeah. See something that like maybe looks cool to you, and then flip through it to see if it's like something that you might want to get into. And especially like I said, there's a lot of small press, what's still considered indie comic books in a comic book shop that like that Image will put out that you'll like be able to get in right at the ground floor where you're like, oh shit, this is like issue 2 or 3. That means like like issue 1 and 2 like came out within the last couple months, and you can usually pick them up pretty easily.
Find those.
Even some mainstream stuff like this Detective Comics. I mean, this is the first page. That's dope. That's cool.
Isn't that what's Marcus Silvestri?
No, it's not Mark Silvestri. And they switch out artists and stuff. It's really cool. Like
dude, that hand painted look is fucking awesome.
It's awesome, and this is a mainstream book. Like you can't tell me that it's all garbage. It's not.
Right. It's not all garbage. That's true.
Yeah,
I typically go to the indie section, but there's good stuff everywhere.
Look at that.
Yeah, I like how I started at the new comics because they put everything together so you could see what just came out that week, and you're like, okay, so you get to see like all the indie, all the Marvel, everything they put. Everything is on like the same big rack, so you can be like, oh, okay, and then you see something that's cool.
My shop has an indie section for new stuff, so I just kind of like go straight there. But
Dragon Pisces, I stopped reading superhero comics a long time ago, and honestly, it was like as soon as I found out that like publishers like Studio Protos and Mirage and Dark Horse were putting out the stuff that I wanted to read. And like any comic book store is going to have that like section that like might not necessarily be the big two, but it's just, you're going to see something cool that you like, like if you're into whatever, like if you're into ninjas or you're into robots or you're into like, orcs and high fantasy shit, there's going to be something cool where you can be like, oh,
there's something for everybody.
Yeah, this
both mainstream and indie. There's
compelling to me,
and it's gonna be stuff that you don't hear these dudes complaining about. Like all these fucking neurotic knuckleheads and stuff. There's gonna be stuff that they don't even know about that they never talk about. And you're gonna discover.
I found some really good new horror anthologies, which that's like my favorite thing. And I'm always picking up like the old collected of creepy and eerie and stuff. But there's been some new publishers just putting those out, and I'm like, it looks pretty good. These are cool, like little horror anthologies, just like what I like doing. So there's just tons of stuff out there. Whatever your taste is, it's out there.
Dragon Pisces, Jason's right too, because I mean, Batman's a really good example of it. There's not just the Batman book. There's Detective Comics. There's like, it was last year that there was a Batman Future miniseries that was out, and the art in it was like fucking phenomenal. Yeah. And I didn't hear anybody complain about the writing or anything like that. It's like what's considered like Elseworld and stuff like that. And like, you'll find
that's the biggest beef a lot of people have is with like, oh, mainstream's trash. It's like, no, it's not. You're buying the wrong stuff. Is all that it is.
Yeah, you have shitty taste.
Well, typically buying it to have a hot take on it.
I mean, those bad actors and those bad books are definitely there, but it's not everything.
Yeah,
Yes,
there was a really rough patch, like for a few years, a really rough patch of just a lot of garbage. But it's been getting better and better and better throughout the past couple years.
Well, and some of that is too, like you kind of learn the writers to stay away from, I guess.
Yeah,
or don't even. Or sometimes the art's good.
Yeah, the writing's crap, but the art is fantastic. So you just buy it to look at. It's a comic. It has that other component to it.
I do that all the time.
Dude, I don't read any of them because I can't. So I mainly buy artwork. So
you need to get TTS for your comic, dude.
No, what I need to get is they actually at the eye center they have this. It's kind of like a monitor, but it magnifies things with like this little knob you turn, and so you can just move it around in like this.
You don't want TTS for your fucking comics?
No, I still gotta read it.
TTS is called text to speech. Like you don't have to read it if it's speaking at you, Jason.
Yeah, but I still have to roll this over it. I would, whenever I read comics, I zoom in so far I only see one word balloon.
That's what I'm saying. Imagine if you could just roll your thing like across the page, and it would give you different voices for all the different bubbles and shit.
Yeah, but I have to roll over each word balloon. So if I roll over this one and then go to that one, but that one that I did was actually the fourth one I was supposed to read. Now it's reading me out of context. So I kind of got to zoom out, zoom in, zoom out, zoom in. It wouldn't really do too much. I could look into it, but
why? But if you're just looking at the comic, why do you got to zoom out and zoom in? You can see the comic, though, right? No, but you're not reading it. Like an app is reading it to you. You don't have to do the whole zoom in.
But don't you need to hover your phone over it or have it?
Yeah, you just hover it over it. You don't have to zoom in though. You can like just have it like at the whole page.
Oh, okay. Why didn't
like that Google
why,
Lens
why
thing?
you yell at me? Why you gotta yell at me?
Like
I understand
Google,
why you yelling at me right now. I didn't do anything wrong, and you just yelling at me. It's the weirdest thing.
Well, the Google Lens thing doesn't do it one bubble at a time. You can do it at a whole page, and it will translate a whole page all at once.
Yeah, but the text to speech thing, how does it know what order to read it in?
Probably reads it from right to left. Or whatever.
Dude,
Right.
technology. Like, how the fuck does anything happen? I know, dude. I don't know how monorails work, but like apparently they've had it at fucking Disneyland for fucking years. Like
It just does.
Magnets. I'm pretty sure those are on
it
like
just
magnets.
works.
Yeah, it just works.
I'll look into it, Billy. I'll look
It
into
hurt to
it.
try.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can put it on an earbud and have it read.
I'm gonna look it up right now.
Do like
Look it up
Fanta
right
and
now.
just have someone read it to you.
Yeah.
And
Do you need me? Do we need to get on Discord before you go to bed at night? I'll read
Read you
your
a bedtime
Somebody tuck you in and read you.
all right. Yeah, Billy, tell you what, I'll meet you in there. You go in after the stream. I'll meet you there.
Every Wednesday.
Oh, dude,
No,
look,
right now,
oh my
go
God.
in. I'll meet you there.
It was
No, we're gonna stream it.
one search. There's an
Do it
app
right
called Ceneva that's an Android smart comic book reader that fully TTSs fucking comic books for you.
I will look in. Well, I can't write that down. Remember it for me. Save that page.
Okay, I will.
Yeah, I'm not going to do it right this second. I'll do it like after the stream or something.
Yep.
So Dragon has a good question. This last comment.
I think I
Angela,
just
thank you for
had
dropping
an
links.
awakening moment now that I'm starting my comic book readings journey. Do you guys have any tips of making a comic? Well, it depends on where your starting point is. Like, are you an artist? Are you a writer? Because
Well, he said he was hiring an artist, so
Yeah, he's a
Oh.
writer.
Dragons are writer.
so I think he's writing and creating.
I would
say
oh, go ahead.
my
you first.
my biggest thing would be the rule of cool. We've talked about a lot, but think about it, you're making it for an audience, not just for yourself, and like what's going to be fun and exciting. And because when we were talking about ISOM and the things that J-Bot was pointing out, like he doesn't even seem like he likes comics, it kind of came back to that. Like it didn't seem to have the fun factor. And for all the things that are good or bad from Stan Lee, it was like the one thing that he always pushed was comics are fun. And it's an experience to read a comic, to have fun enjoying it. So that's always my first thing is like, you can have a cool concept and a cool story, but presenting it in like the most fun, the exciting, like the more you can do that, the better chances you have, in my opinion. So
Since you're the project creator, Dragon Pisces, and project lead, writer, project creator, I would say one of my biggest pet peeves personally is people try to put too much responsibility on one person's shoulders, and you need to believe in professionals, that professionals do what they do for a reason, and don't necessarily hire an artist to design your characters, because there are some really fabulous artists out there that are world-class artists, but they're not necessarily character designers, in the same way that like you wouldn't have like a script writer be your cinematographer or something like that. Like when you're developing your story, don't be afraid to actually hire someone that's good, specifically not at interior comic book storytelling, because like storytelling and character design are two totally different jobs. Like hire somebody first to actually develop with you, to create your characters that might not be the same person that ends up drawing your comic, because like those are really two separate jobs and like two specialized fields. And if you want to create something cool, like work on writing your story, hire an artist that you like to design your characters, that specializes in character design, and then hire like possibly a different person that's really good at sequential storytelling to actually draw those characters and bring your story to life. That's my bit of advice, because I see too many times like people that like put the weight of the shoulders of designing a character and like interior like stuff, and like some people can do it. Like I'm not saying that some people can't, but like
Sure.
I believe in trusting people at what they're really good at, and like a lot of people that are really good at character design aren't the people that end up drawing the actual comic book. You know, you think about like the guy that designed Boba Fett, per se, like that's not the same guy that they hired to like manufacture the suit and shit like that. Like those are two different, and who was hired to like film him on a set or some shit like that.
Right.
Do you want to make a comic? You might want to have stories. You have stories that you might want to tell, but your comic, is that the right format for you? You might be better off just doing a book with different stories or short stories.
Well, yeah, if you do comics because you love comics.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I mean, you just think about that too. Like, is that going to be the best medium that's going to help you tell your story?
Yep. And you don't necessarily have to do traditional sequential storytelling. You can always do an illustrated novel because those are always fun too. Where like you have a page of prose and then a page of like really like high quality, like fully painted, like artwork and stuff like that. Like because like there's been plenty of illustrated novels that I think are fabulous. Angela Curry's asking why not graphic novel. I think graphic novel is the same thing as a comic book. It's just
just more
bigger format. Yeah,
bigger.
Yeah.
Or perfect bound or whatever we used to call it back in the day.
Yeah, once I think once you get past 48 or 56 pages, they're like it's a graphic novel. There's some unwritten amount.
Angela, that would be so fun to do a pop-up book. Again, there's another example where you would need to hire a specialist, someone that's
specialist, yes.
Yeah, like making the actual pop-up stuff because
you'd have to draw it a certain way to make it work.
Yeah,
I've done pop-up because I do packaging design. I've done pop-up like things, but yeah, it's a whole different animal because the artwork has to match up where the folds and things like that are to make it work.
Yeah, well, I would almost think too, like the artist and like the pop-up like designer would almost have to be working together. It's just like, okay, well, this page is going to have pull tabs, and then this one's going to be a page where like it pops up and like like a building creates itself and shit like that.
Right. You'd have to think of it three-dimensionally. You'd have to understand the cut lines and the fold lines and everything.
Wasn't
and how that
Playboy
actually
going to do
works.
a pop-up book at one point?
I don't know, but I know he spent a bunch of money getting old Star Wars pop-up books from his childhood off of eBay one night.
Yeah, he did.
I remember those.
They're cool.
That's right.
They're really
super
cool.
Yeah.
But knowing Plague, he probably has like 5 pop-up books done already.
Yeah,
he's got to put them out.
He's like, I didn't tell you guys about these pop-up books I did. I'm just sitting on them. I don't know what to do with them.
I have a hologram comic. I didn't tell you guys about that. Yeah, I have like 4 of them.
Right.
Dragon Pie CC, you bring up a good point there that you don't know how to make a movie or a TV show. Directing is like a different breed, and that's why I brought up the thing about like character designing versus sequential storytelling. Because like I've even seen some people that work in like the movie and animation industry and stuff like that, and people ask them like, how come you don't do your own comic book or whatever like that, and they're like, I can't do sequential storytelling. I can't think of all those different camera angles and like how to make people interact. Like I am just good at what
concept
you're
art.
Yeah, exactly. Like what you're really liking about my artwork is just people standing straight with their arms out holding stuff, and I'm really good at that. Like world class good
I can
at
do that all day long and really awesome.
Comics are
well, and like you said, the character design, like the good character design artists, just draw them in static situations.
Totally.
All the way around, like 360
turnarounds.
Turn around, and it's like, and that's something like I know I suck at.
I'm not the best at turnarounds either.
Yeah. I mean, like where I've always like excelled at personally is like I'm really good at background and prop design. And like last like year and a half at work, like I've had to like be painting characters and stuff for this board game I'm working on. And finally I like went to my business partner. I was like, I'm really tired of fucking painting characters. Like can we assign that shit to other people?
It's
like
encouraging that you're coloring Goblin Girl.
I would but the characters are already drawn.
That's
Billy,
it's a joke. It's a joke.
Sorry.
It's a joke, man.
Well, no, man. I would rather draw like guns and backpacks and swords all day than characters. That's like,
it's so funny. Like I'm the opposite. I'd much rather draw characters, and out of necessity, I have to draw all these other stuff. And I'm like, well, it has to be there, but
One reason
man.
why I drew this actually was because I was kind of tired of drawing frogs. So I was like, I'll draw some humans. So yeah.
Isn't it funny how you could get sick? Like, I remember when I was creating Shove and I drew the one tentacle monster. And then I'm like, shit, this monster's in here for another 30 pages. And I'm just like, I thought it was so fun drawing tentacles everywhere and overlapping and doing all. And then after a while, I'm like, fuck, I have to draw another tentacle monster on this panel. I'm just so sick of drawing tentacles.
Yeah.
The other thing I really like doing is creating is what we call culture kits. It's like where I come in after a character designer has like fully like fleshed out like what the main cast of characters are going to look like, and then we have to create like all the doodads and stuff for those characters to live in. Oh man, I love doing that. It's just like, okay, well here's this character. Like, what does this fucking car look like? What does this house look like? You know, what is all of it, like his like little like shit and doodads? Like that's where I excel. Like I love fucking doing that shit, man.
There you go. He's basically saying hire him to do some stuff.
Oh no, don't hire me. Don't hire me to create characters, man. I'm like I'm okay at it, but like there are much better, even within our small sphere here, of people that are really good character designers.
Yeah, there are.
Oh, what's that, Jason?
It's the little Dan Plagle art.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Back cool. From where's this? 2020.
He did that one Ghost Rider one on the Fragtober thing that was badass with like the flaming wheel on the bike. One of my favorite Plagle drawings I've ever saw.
There's a guy that fucking is kind of a triple threat that it like pisses me off. Like Dan can create really good characters in his panel work and his storytelling.
Plagle is one of the most underrated indie comic artists there is. It's disgusting and it makes me mad.
He'll do a page of turnarounds for new characters he's designing, and it's like, fuck, dude.
Donald too. I feel like Donald DeLay is.
Donald is too.
Yeah, Donald's good at everything. It's insane. Or Dillard.
Dillard's really good.
Some of those people are like, you're just good at everything.
Chad is a fucking beast, dude.
Yeah, Chad's got a lot of experience. And
J-Bot, that J-Bot guy.
I heard that guy's an
J-Bot's really good.
J-Bot's really good.
But also, too, another dragon is that if you want to do it, if you want to do a book, just do it, man.
Just do it.
Fucking do it, man.
Yeah.
Do it. And I know Odin said,
and don't rush it.
No, but and Odin's right. Like, yeah, keep in mind it's for other people, but it is for you. Like, you are doing your book. Like, you know, so make sure it's cool because you want it to be cool, but keep in mind other people have to read it too, like you said. So it's a balancing act. So,
well, but I'm just saying that, like, remember what you think is cool when you're doing it, because you get caught in the minutia and you're like, oh, I want it to be perfect, or I want to do this, and then like you get lost.
And
like,
if you have an editor,
no, I'm making something badass here.
Get an editor, but keep in mind you don't always have, like, if you think their changes are like, that's just not what I want, you don't have to do it because you don't have to. In all reality, it's your book.
You gotta do nothing, man.
Well, I mean, and that's where like critique can really come in. Like, yeah, make it for you and for an audience at the same time. And how you do that is like when you show or tell your ideas to people and they give you feedback on it, listen. You know, because that's how you can get a temperature on what you think is cool and whether it's going to appeal to an audience that may want to get into it. You know.
Yep. Yeah, give like the right people around you, get that feedback, but also know, like, you know, at the end, it's you know, you have the right of refusal. You know, like do your story. But again, like people will give you feedback, and they're not being cruel. They're being they're wanting you to succeed, and so they'll be like, because typically, you know, I've had several people, and imagine you guys probably have, I don't know, who have sent me like pieces of a book or something they're working on. They're like, I just want your thoughts on this. And, you know, most people like me are going to be like, yeah, I think you're onto something cool here. But, you know, this part, you know, bothers me. I think you should switch it up. And, you know, most people are going to be really cool about it. But they do want you to make something awesome. You know, they want you to. I
usually just tell them to, you know what, give up. And then I steal their idea.
Kick rocks.
Well,
and I take their idea. I steal their concept. Give up,
steal the
buddy.
idea. Somebody shows you something under the veil, just go like, "Thanks for the idea, bro." But you tell
Thanks,
them it
man.
sucks.
I'm gonna do it first and say it was mine.
Yeah, you just got to tell them it sucks, and then release
Check out
something that
my
looks
new
exactly like
comic coming out next fall called Goblin Gal.
Goblin Gal.
Moblin man.
Moblin.
I was gonna,
Big
I was gonna make a joke at Billy's expense, but I held back.
Yep.
You should be proud of
Goblin
me, Billy.
Gals once you come out.
I think we hit it good. I think it's time to wrap it up,
Yeah.
gentlemen.
Sounds
Right
good.
on.
30.
Couple
Let's
times.
go around here, and we'll start with Jason. You want to get your stuff ready so you can show what you were working on?
Yes. Are you going with me first?
Yeah. Well, I'm going to do myself last because if I go first, it'll kind of be a dick move, I think.
I don't think it matters.
It came out great, man.
Look at that.
Thanks. She's got.
It's Goblin
she's got-
Gal.
She's got horns on her breasticles.
Yeah.
So don't hug
Can we
her.
call this girl Goblin Gal?
No, she's got angel wings.
She's a horny toad.
Oh, okay.
There you go. I don't know what
Nice,
it
man.
is.
It came out great.
Nice one. I don't know what it
Mm,
is.
boop. Let's see what Billy got here. Is this something that you were
Oh.
coloring, dude?
Billy's copying off of me, I see.
Fuck, man.
Back Goblin Girl. It's
I gotta
a
work out. I gotta do some more chicks.
72-page
That's
action
badass.
adventure story drawn by Dan Plagle, colored by myself. You
Mhm.
can find it on Indiegogo, or follow me if you'd like to see like artwork and shenanigans on X. Ghost Monster with 3 is last week.
Like, yeah, dude. Dan knocked it out of the park with her design. She's really fun to draw. I mean, big boobs aside, I mean, just her design with the hair and the horns and just with like the fur and
It was
stuff.
Really good.
Yeah.
And the big
It's
The
sword.
just-
She's a
wristbands and the
fun
ankle
character.
bands and
Yeah.
the merkin.
Mhm.
The Merkin.
Yeah, the color's great, Billy.
Yeah, it's coming out awesome, dude.
Fun stuff.
Cool, fun comics.
Bang, 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 bang. Odin, what you working on, man? Or you can just talk. You can just tell us where to find your stuff.
Well, I could share it. Like the one I was working on is too light, but I'll show the last page I did for Shove too.
Yeah,
Ooh, yeah.
yeah,
look
that
at
came out awesome, dude.
Look at that.
Fuck yeah, dude.
You're doing this black and white too, right? Like a black and white option on that one.
Oh yeah, I might. I don't even know if I'm gonna do color again. Actually,
I would just do black and white if you want my honest opinion. Because
yeah,
I
think
love
it's
that
the
black and
wave
white
of the
dude. It came out
future.
dope.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not only that, with the horror aspect of it, it hits
Or
so much
read.
harder.
Her
Yeah,
core does read.
Yeah,
I mean,
it feels right.
Yeah,
I wanted
it
to
was
do the
nice.
color version, and it was fine. But
I wasn't
you know, I have
mad
to
at
pay
the
for a
colored version.
colorist.
Yeah, I wasn't mad at the
And,
colored
I'd rather
version. I thought
not
it was
pay
good,
anybody.
but-
So
There you go.
Yeah.
thank you, DP. So yeah, Unconditional Shove, the volume 2. Like we're gonna have reprints of the first ones here soon on Fund My Comic, and then Kill Them Dead sign up. I dropped the link earlier. Magnificent Bastards 2 dropped, or I don't know if I dropped the link, but anyway, Unconditional Shove volume 2 is coming soon. So, and then Kill Them Dead, working on it all the time. So
Nice.
that's what we got going,
Two.
and I appreciate it, Dragon. Thank you.
See if we could see what I'm working on. My angles are goofy, but
Goofy.
I love the Conan.
Yeah.
dude, this is gonna have to be more than fucking $10, man.
You're gonna, dude.
Dude,
I think you can't do
just-
$10.
Just do 20 at least. At least
Yeah,
20.
20 minimum, man. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
these
not
are
that
great.
big,
You
but
can't
still,
just
man, I
charge
was like,
It doesn't matter, dude. No, it's big enough to be 20 minimum. Minimum. I think it should be more than that.
I'll
was
pay it.
angry.
Well, I know I can speak for myself. Like if you put these up for 20, 30, I'd still pay it. So
Yeah, I would still pay it.
Okay.
I agree.
I said 10. We'll see how it
I
goes.
approve.
Yeah, it's really good, Jay.
Cool. Yeah, I was just kept tinkering. I was like, oh man, but I didn't mean to work on this one the whole time.
So what? That's
It
what this is
happens.
for.
yeah, now I'm like debating because I love the Conan paint, but I did like the Conan snake fight one. But,
This is where we're at.
so do people get to pick when they do the, or do you just kind of like give a random one?
I think I was just gonna send it to him. These are the two that we got here.
Yeah, I would just send it to them. I mean, unless you have
No, I'm
insanely
not. I'm not.
picky
I'm just,
people
they're
like me
just
and like,
getting,
hey man, do this.
I don't want to call it a head sketch because I'm not doing heads. You know what I mean?
Right.
Right. Just say sketch.
Yeah,
Sketch
so that's
card,
so you
but
get a
they're not
drawing,
really
you know,
cards.
because it's some of them I ink like these are kind of sketchies with some of them will do blue line, some of them will do I'm mixing it up. Some of them are on white, some of them are on tan or whatever.
Yeah, the gray tone. I like the gray tones and the tans.
You know what I mean?
And
So
stuff.
But if we know which one we want, can we request it?
probably, I wouldn't, if you probably, because that's what you get for watching my shit.
There you go. Exactly.
I mean?
Right.
So, but yeah.
Nice.
It's at the printers. That they're saying the 19th is when I should be getting it. I'm going to be out of town then. I'm hoping I get it a little bit earlier. And then once I have them and check them out, then I'll be like, then I'll tell everybody, hey guys, it's for sale, and you guys can get a copy from then. I'm just doing PayPal is all that I'm doing. I'm not doing anything crazy.
And then we promote the hell out of you because I'm excited for it, bro.
Yeah.
Awesome. I'm glad, man. I just hope it's I hope people enjoy it. But this is is a nice little project to kind of just kind of freaking
get your dick wet.
Yeah, you go.
Hey now.
Yeah.
Right.
Put a fine point on it.
So I know how it goes, how to format stuff,
All ages,
all that stuff.
All ages.
All ages.
There we go. All right. Well, I want to thank all you guys for coming in and hanging out with me and drawing. It was a great time.
Yeah, thank you, bro.
Make sure if you haven't, our audience is cross pollinate, so I'm sure they're all subscribed. But if you haven't or whatever, because I'm also streaming to Twitter too. Make sure you follow all these guys. Jason is Unhinged and Billy's Ghost Monster. Odin Dasko is Odin Dasko on everything, so he's easy to find. All my stuff is Mighty Bot Studio. There's no S at the end, just Mighty Bot Studio on Instagram, Twitter, all that stuff. It's all that. And yeah, thanks to Dragon Pisces, Angela. Thanks for Fanta stopping by, and everybody else who came and hung out with us. We appreciate y'all. So
and good luck, Dragon Pisces, with your project.
Good luck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
if you ever want to just to check out anything, whatever,
yeah.
just I'm sure you can just DM us on.
Reach out.
Twitter.
If you have any questions, feel free to reach out.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So, but I want to thank all you guys for coming in. Boop, boop, boop. And we're going to play our outro and get the hell out of here. As soon as I find
I
it.
love you.
All right. Good night, everybody.